And what is up? What's going on? How's everybody doing? How's everybody going? It's another week. We are here with the Average Podcast. I'm here with my boy Trigger. What's up, my dude?
What's going on, dude?
How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Just enjoying a half day today.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I had a pretty good day. Got my marriage license today.
I saw that online, dude. Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, man. 2 weeks away. We ended up having to move it up from February 6th to January 23rd. So it's 2 weeks earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, man, we're really excited, man. Really excited. It was, dude, and the process to get our marriage license was so fucking funny. Cause you do research on how to get your marriage license. You need your social security card, maybe a birth certificate and your ID, and then you also pay for one. And then so we get there and we're like, oh, okay. And we call the county clerk's office and they're like, hey, go to this parking spot and wait because it's a drive-through service. And we were like
a shotgun wedding or what?
Almost, dude. Those little fucking drive-through corner stores that you go to watch girls in bikinis and give you bad micheladas and shit.
The judge comes out on a pole and shit.
Yeah, dude. Well, it was so fucking funny because you have a little hatch that you give everything to. And they just asked for our ID and money, and that was it. And then they asked us some questions beforehand in the car, and then yeah, bro, that was it. They printed out a marriage license and gave it to us and sent us through. And it was like a little carport thing that you drive through. It was the funniest shit ever.
Richard says, "Oh, you found a girl? Oh, nice."
Yeah, dude.
Well, that sounds fucking. I mean, dude, congratulations, dude, on getting your marriage license and getting ready to get it all done. I guess you just gotta chuck it up for this whole coronavirus and it being a weird time in our lives. Because I guarantee you guys would have done shit probably a lot different if that wasn't the main thing going on right now.
Not necessarily, dude.
No.
The thing is, right now at least, is my grandmother, she has cancer, and so I believe she's in remission right now. Okay. I might be wrong, but she's on a colostomy bag, and so on the second, the reason that we moved it up from the 6th to the 23rd was because on the 2nd she's going to get a procedure done, and they're gonna reconnect her intestines. Oh, and well, with that being said, my grandmother needs to be there, so we moved it up so that she would be able to be there, because the last thing I want to do is have her travel right after getting a procedure,
of course,
next to a bunch of people she doesn't know or anything like that, and she may not even be in any shape to travel.
Yeah, good call.
So we moved it up, and things are going pretty well right now. She found her dress. I need to get a tux. We got her bouquet. We found a photographer. Next, I think on the list is the cake. We are still sending out invitations. Okay. And yeah, man, everything's moving along.
That's really good, man. That's really, really good. And work, everything's going good with work?
Yeah, man. Work has been pretty good, actually. I've been catching up slowly but surely. It has been a process, but I'm starting to fit into the office. Yep, got to deliver them invites. And I'm really starting to fit into the office and stuff like that, really starting to settle into my position. And yeah, dude, it's going really good. For my 2021 has started pretty well.
Yeah, I was gonna say your 2021 sounds like it's off to a good start. And,
yeah.
I mean, mine's pretty casual too. Back to training. Got one of my fighters, Aaron Cortez, that's going to be getting ready for a fight at the ending of February in Little Rock, Arkansas. So we've been training pretty hard. Arkansas. But he got casually injured last week. He took a knee to the stomach, or at least to the rib.
Oof.
So he's got a pretty busted up floating rib right now, and it's been pretty rough for him to move around. But he's getting his motion back. We thought it was a little bad because when it first happened, of course, he was having trouble breathing and moving around and stuff like that. But yeah, we got it going. I gave him a couple days off, let him get his body back in order. And lo and behold, yeah, we're a couple days in. He's healing up pretty good. back to doing mitts and training hopefully by next week. And then everything is weight loss from here to then. He is probably about low 190s, high 180s, and he's got to get to 155 by February 22nd. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's a big jump, but it does give us a good amount of time. He's been on his diet for about, I want to say 3 weeks already, 4 weeks.
Oh
And
shit.
he's casually like peeling the weight off. It's so crazy, dude, watching a professional fighter cut weight, especially when it comes to that nature where it's that much, 20 to 30 pounds.
Yeah.
It's almost like seeing like a whole different person, like from the transitional effect of the weight loss of that magnitude. It's so nuts, man. And it's crazy because it correlates with the idea of a lot of people right now talking about their like New Year's resolutions to be a lot healthier. But I think even though like with the situation with the coronavirus being there, I feel like being healthy right now is kind of like a forefront nature for everybody. I mean, I noticed it when the coronavirus first happened and it started. A lot of people, of course, stayed indoors, but there was a lot of people going out and getting in their jogging and getting in running and or even walking or doing some type of exercise I guess it was like a way for them to deal with the cabin fever.
Yeah, man, it really is, dude. Because I mean, you know, you're cooped up in your house all fucking day and stuff like that, especially when the lockdown was happening. You know, like, I mean, it was bad, bro. Fucking horrible. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, you know, we all remember what it was, you know, what it was like. You know, and you know, you got to deal with it somehow. Yeah, and I definitely understand, you know, where people just like, you know, yeah, man, like you said, you know, they just get cabin fever, and you know, they got to do something to just break that in some shape or form, you know. And yeah, a lot of people, you know, they started getting real, you know, real healthy, started, you know, trying to lose some weight, you know, kind of went the other way instead of, you know, just eating their feelings away and shit like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I did that for a little bit where I was kind of like,
Who the fuck didn't, dude?
yeah,
If you,
dude,
I
I
mean,
get
if
to
you say that you
fucking
didn't,
home.
you're a liar.
Yeah, I get to stay home and I'm fucking eating candies and snacks and all this other shit. And
Yeah.
it got to a certain point where I was kind of like, just getting tired of it. Getting tired of it. I needed to do something. And then plus, like, I'm not getting younger. That's the thing that sucks is I feel my injuries a lot more now.
I know what you mean to like to an extent.
Mhm.
Reason being, dude, is because, you know, like, granted, I'm you know, much younger than you are,
Mhm.
but you know, I feel my injuries. You know,
Yeah.
you know, like I move around sometimes, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Like Oz is saying right there, people bought out their gaming consoles. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
know, and on
that's a
top
good
of that,
thing.
you know, for me being a PC gamer, dude, you know, like PC parts were gone, you know. And you know, if you didn't jump on that fucking on Puma got them gains, it's crazy. Yeah, he did get them gains, dude, but the, you know, that guy loves ravioli too much, so I guarantee you next spring war he's gonna be a pudgy bitch again. You know, people, you know, if you didn't jump on that PC buying train, you know, you were not getting computer parts, and that is,
You know,
that's still going on.
it was really, really crazy because we had, when I started the podcast, I started about, I want to say we're almost getting to 2 years already, right?
Yeah, you started at like late
Like
2018, didn't you?
like 2018, yeah.
Yeah,
So we're
October
almost at,
2018 or some shit.
yeah, dude, we're almost at 2 years for this.
Yeah, and
So
I've been
it's
with
a
it.
very, very,
Yeah, I've been with it like, you know what, like a little over a year now, I think.
it's it was a very crazy situation when the coronavirus first started and people were trying to get items to get a little bit more of an, I guess, of a presence online, because you saw
Yeah,
it where
man,
like
dude, the streaming
oh
community just
man,
boomed.
it boomed
Boom.
super hardcore, man. The Elgato company was sold out like for weeks, man. I wouldn't even say months.
Yeah,
Like,
it's been sold out. Like there are still products on Elgato you
Mhm.
still can't find.
Yep.
Like, I want to get their, I think it's called like the Master Arm.
Okay.
And like I need to get like 3 of them, like 3 or 4 of them, and they're like $60 a piece, which is fine. but dude, they've been sold out the entire time.
Are
Unless you
those
go
the
on
lights?
eBay. Huh?
Are they the lights or what?
No, so the master arm is like the pivot arm for like, you know, your camera, your mic, you know, it's basically this,
Yeah, but for
Elgato's version, and it's a very
Wow, I
solid
didn't know that.
version, dude. And yeah, they're like $60, man. And like you can get attachments for it and shit like that. Like they have phone attachments and they have all this other cool, you know, cool guy shit. And I'm like, fuck, dude, you know, let me have one, man. You can find a Wave 3 mic easier than you fucking can that arm.
Oh, well, yeah, dude. And that's because, like, so I had to go by today to Best Buy to buy a micro HD mic because I got my Cam Link.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Speaking of that.
Oh. He's gonna show me something. I hope it's something cool. Oh, it looks good. It looks promising. Yes. What is it? Which one?
It's a Canon EOS Rebel T7.
Nice, dude. Nice. So is it did you check if it's compatible to see if you're able to turn it into webcam?
Mini HDMI right there.
Very good.
And bro, so since I'm getting married, you know, I get to reap the benefits of my lady and her good old toys.
Oh, that's so cool.
She's essentially lent me her GoPro Hero 8.
Oh, very cool, dude. Very cool. So you can turn that straight up.
One of her other cameras, which is mirrorless with the flip out camera.
Very cool.
So
cool.
I need a Cam Link.
Hey, dude, and not to mention it. Well, I mean, I have mine, and my camera works pretty good. So I'll use it for a little bit, and then if it doesn't really like if it doesn't present anything too crazy for me, and it doesn't really change up anything,
I'm gonna link you some stuff. The reason being is because these YouTube channels, they really go in depth on how to get the most out of like a DSLR camera.
Yes.
From the Cam Link, and they'll show you how to balance everything properly.
Yep.
So there's like a few channels that I'll link to you later. You know about it. Is it the 9? Oh, I'm sorry, baby. It's the 9. My bad.
Hey, I wanted to catch us up real quick with our boy Rob.
Hey, chill out,
Robert,
girl.
same here with me, guys. I've been depressed, pain and shit since my mom passed away almost 2 years ago, back in 2019. I can told myself it's time to be happy and be grateful. I mean, I get it. Like I remember when your mom passed away. I remember you talking about it on Facebook, and yeah, dude, we have another friend of ours too. Another friend of mine named Celia, whose mother passed away in the same, almost in the same time as your mom did. And our heart goes out to you, bro, because that's rough, dude. That's super rough. I mean, those people who have lost their parents, especially during this time, it's hard. And I told Celia that my thought on it is, you guys are going to be so important to us one day, because your strength on dealing with the situation with the loss of your mom and your family members is phenomenal. I commend you on how much strength you guys have. Like, one of these days we will be in that situation, and you guys will be our rock that we lean on.
It's true, man. You know, you always wish that it's never going to happen to you, right? Mm-hmm. You know, you always kind of wish that your parents are going to live forever, you know, and especially the way that you view your parents, you know, like growing up and stuff like that, you know, they're the toughest people in the world and shit. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, when you see them change into something that you don't quite recognize.
Yeah. You don't want to see it.
And you know, and it's crazy because like my dad had a stroke, a mini stroke a couple years back. And, you know, like I'm starting to notice it that, you know, my dad's not exactly the guy that I remember. You know, it's not that it's a slow decline or anything like that, but it's just a small change. And, you know, things that he does are just not quite what we remember, you know, my sister and I. And so, you know, I was talking with Audrey and stuff like that about it, you know, because I was pretty down in the dumps about it. And so she was like, you know, like, I'm not saying that anything bad is going to happen to your father, but I think it's time that you prepare for your role is like the head of your house, essentially, because you're gonna be the
The father figure. You're gonna be
the
the man.
patriarchal role in my family. And she's like, you're gonna be the one that people go to now,
Mhm.
for issues, and for things, that's gonna be your responsibility. And I hadn't thought about that, and I was like, yeah, you're right. And then, more on that, you when I heard that from her, I couldn't help but think of the the line in, or the scene actually, in Black Panther, where he's talking to his dad, and he's like, a father's job is to prepare his children for his leave, and
Yeah.
I've never failed you before.
Yeah, that's solid, man. I mean, I love that movie for those kind of situations. Dude, Black Panther straight up, dude.
Yeah.
Family throughout that whole entire situation.
And like the good version of family, dude, not like the cheesy Fast and the Furious family shit.
Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. I heard the next movie is gonna go into space, dude.
Who the fuck cares, dude?
Um,
Let's be honest, dude. No one gives a fuck.
yeah, does anybody still read that or no?
Exactly.
Real hard learning. Your parents are invincible. It very much is, Kyle. It really is. Kyle said a really good comment. He says,
Yeah.
it's real hard learning your parents aren't invincible. It's hard learning that nobody's invincible.
Yeah.
I mean, what's crazy is like I got back to a little bit of cosplay building the other day, which I'm going to be doing because I owe someone a commission. And I started building this costume. So I'd been doing a lot of research on the costume itself, and I had a really weird dream about the character visiting me while I was sleeping, saying that like I was going to die in a couple years. And I was like, okay, that's the weirdest dream, because the thing that I'm building is off of a comedy. It's off of a very, very comical movie. So to see this guy super dark, it kind of freaked me out in the middle of the night. And I joked about it with some of my friends, some of my students the other day. And I was like, I had this weird fucking dream. But then again, it could have been, yeah, no kidding, Dragon Slayer from Berserk. It could have been like, so I take dissolvable melatonins at night to go to sleep. And sometimes when they hit you hard, they hit you hard. And when you're watching videos at night or whatever, you're watching YouTube videos, like sometimes
I crush them and I take them up, dude.
Yeah, I snort, dude. I snort my melatonin, dude. I'm hard like that. But it did not freak me out.
Yeah.
But it makes you realize, dude, that we are all on a time length of our lives. I guess you could say like a time length, right? Like or a timeline. We're all on our own individual timeline. And I'm not a big person that believes in time as an object. I only believe it as a measurement. So like when someone's like, oh man, we're running out of time, blah, blah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in running out of time. Like I only look at it in the sense of like, oh, it's a natural thing for us to get to this point. It's how you use that amount of time left to make something better or make something worse. Right. And for me, my life has been, I mean, just like everybody else, I've had my ups and downs. I mean, right now, with the way it looks like in society, we're on a big down. We're on a huge down, and everybody's freaking out, and everything's just getting weird.
Yeah.
But it's what we're gonna make from here on out. Like no matter what, with the situation that's going on, the president, dude, Biden, he's coming in, and we have to deal with the next 4 years if they're good or bad. If Trump would have won, we'd have to deal with the next 4 years, good or bad. Like from here on out, there's a lot of people that are, I mean, everybody's seen it on their stuff for like the last couple of days, people hating on each other and doing all this stuff. Like it is what it is. And now we just got to move forward. I'm really like, I got, man, dude, I don't know if you guys felt it, but like, it's been a rough 2 days, man.
Yeah,
like,
man, it has,
mentally, like online. I even went
it has been, and to think otherwise, I think is just, it's I'm not gonna say ignorant, but it's just like you're hiding, from it.
Mm-hmm.
You're just willingly hiding from it. And a lot of people are very torn, and very understandably very torn about like what's going on. I've seen a lot of people where they're like, fucking burn it down, and other people are like, bro, what the fuck is going on with the nation right now?
Yeah.
The memes are fire though. Those memes are fucking hilarious.
I mean, but that's the thing is like, okay, so I used to do stand-up comedy, and that's the thing about dealing with times of crisis is to laugh.
Yeah, you got
It's to kind of like, dude, you cannot take it as serious, and you just got to have a good time and just say, fuck it, it's happening. Just got to ride the wave.
It's
like,
true.
It's, but it's so hard, dude. Because it's
is.
like, it's hard. Well, for me, it's hard because I've seen brotherhoods, people like you've known all your life to be the best of friends at each other's throats for the situation at hand. Like talking the maddest, hurtful comments in the world just to get a point across to a point that it does not even matter. It doesn't matter because it's still going to play out even if you liked it or not. Like, that's the thing that's crazy, dude. And I guess that's what hurts the most is that you see a lot of people like, yeah, humor is a really powerful coping mechanism. It really is. Even a pain mechanism.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just a coping mechanism, period. Sometimes, people got to get through the day somehow.
Yeah.
Very, very much like Bill Burr's character. We all got to sleep.
Yeah.
We all got to sleep at night.
Mm-hmm.
The way that other people sleep is sometimes different from others.
What's really been my coping mechanism is what we've established here.
Drugs.
Well, drugs too. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do drugs, guys.
Drugs do me.
Is what we've established here, rather than making it like a conventional podcast, having it to where we get to interact with our good friends in our comment section, like talking and telling us things too. It's kind of like they're a part of our group and they're a part of the conversation also. Like that really, really helps me. Like, man, you should have seen it. Like earlier today, I messaged Trigger and I'm kind of like, yo, what are we going to do?
Dude, for real, guys. No shit. We were up in the air about what we were going to do for the past, 12 hours.
Yeah, 12 hours, man. Because right now, the only thing in the news that's going on is what's happening in politics. And we don't like to talk politics. The only thing is, I think I brought it up to Trigger like once or twice where I would like to bring in someone who is highly educated in one side of the factor and highly educated in the other side of the factor, and not have a discussion, a debate, but more of an education on what it is that we're dealing with. Because I'm not going to lie. Of course, I have people that I'll vote for or whatever, but I failed political science practically. Like, I'll fucking admit it. I'm not no fucking political science major genius or whatever. I can't go off and claim the Constitution or blah, blah, blah. I can't do that. I am not that smart in this stuff. And 80% of the people arguing about shit on Facebook aren't that smart about it either. But it would be very, very...
I think 80% is generous.
Oh, yeah, dude. Fuck, dude. And it's like one of those things, like, I wouldn't mind bringing on professionals on both sides of the spectrum to help us understand what it is they're arguing about. Not about who's right or who's wrong, because it's never going to be about that. There's never a who's right or who's wrong. It's just who will win the popular vote or whatnot, right? So it would be cool to have that type of discussion, but I don't want to have a conversation about politics, right? I think we've talked about this and we were like, nope, fuck that. We were,
well, and that's also been like one of the very few times where I was just like, dude, if you do that, I'm not showing up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go.
Nope.
We got approached a while back. We got approached a couple months ago by a person that was wanted to be on our show. That was a state representative for one of the parties, and me and Trigger were both like, "Wait, you have seen?
Are we
gonna
talk to this guy?
Yeah, you have seen the show, right? Like, we talk zero politics and we talk comic books and we talk shit about everybody sometimes. Like, are you sure you want to come on this show?
Yeah, man. And like nothing against this guy, I would definitely have this guy on our show if we were geared a little bit more towards the political side of what's going on. Now, if we spoke comic books and fandom and geek fandom and like real world, effects that it has in a political standpoint and stuff like that, then 100%.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's bring this dude on. Let's kind of see how, we can maybe integrate, a political discussion with what goes on in, pop culture or geek culture as to like how things are, progressing in like geopolitics and the world as we know it right now. But we don't always fucking do that. As a matter of fact, we do that very little, if any. Yep. If the only times that we do that is when we talk about like, I guess like the emotional standpoint of some things that are happening right now, the things that have been wrong, especially when we discuss, especially when we discuss like prejudice and, things like that when it comes to the X-Men, or the
we
stuff like that.
I mean, when the message has been given, because the message has been given clear through Stan Lee's writings and, Jack Kirby and all these guys for years, where how there are groups of people, minorities of people that get persecuted or they're put in situations. Yeah, dude, they've been doing it for years, man.
Yeah,
it's nothing different. Like holy shit, like I understand right
exactly.
now.
Highlight Robert's comment.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Actually, Robert put up a really great comment. He says, like, comics and movies and games is where I go to get out of this world, so I don't have to pay attention to what is going on, and this is why I love it. Amen,
yes,
brother.
Sir. Yes, sir. That's why me and Chris do this, because it's our escape, and it's not that we're running away from it. To say that we're running away from it is not at all true. It's just that, when you've been surrounded by it for so fucking long, dude, you kind of just need a little break from it. Yeah. You just need a little bit of silence, and it's okay. I play games all the time. As a matter of fact, I've actually been slacking on my gaming. If anyone reads my Facebook, my fucking future wife just told me to start playing games because she was, sad that I hadn't for days. And she was like, yo, go to your PC, start playing a game. Yes, ma'am. And, so to think that, we don't do that is it is not true. It's just that, sometimes you just need a little bit of quiet, with what's going on.
Yeah, like it's true.
A great. Anyone who says they can stay in the fight, at all times is a fucking liar. It's true, man. Even the strong get weak sometimes.
It's true. It's very, very true. I mean, I've been bummed out the last couple of days dealing with all this stuff too, because I mean, you guys, I get poked fun about it a lot. I'm like one of those dudes that likes conspiracy theories and all this other stuff. and it's cool.
I fuck with him all the time about it, but but it's true. Like me and Chris have known each other like fucking 10+ years, dude. So I mean, he used to date a friend of mine back in high school.
But like, even in my conspiracy theory tangents and shit, I wouldn't want what happened yesterday to happen to anybody.
Yeah, that's some scary
shit. Previous to the other stuff that was going on months ago, where I wouldn't want anything like that to happen either. And birds aren't real. Birds are not real.
You say that to all the birds that you see on fucking South Trenton.
Do I look
on North Trenton and shit like that? You go fucking tell them. We are in a simulation. How many times have you ever seen your fucking neighbors unload?
How many times you get your neighbors' groceries, bro? I like Kyle's.
You ever seen a baby pigeon?
Look, dude, do you like the cool conspiracies or the lame ones though? Don't
get him fucking started.
Yeah,
God, I like damn it, Hal. You're gonna get him started.
Look, to be honest, most conspiracy theories are lame. Like 80% of them are gonna be lame, because once you get started on them, you can never really find any like real solid evidence on anything.
Oh man.
Yeah, don't get me started.
Actually, you know what, man? Myers made a pretty good point, dude.
Let me see. Yep, there we go. Comics and gaming helps you run back towards your sanity so that you can get back in the fight. It's true. It's just like gaming, man. Like you just it's a good way to relax. And I see this meme a lot that's super funny, where it shows like I play games to relax, and then you see like the second picture of the person like screaming, like because they're losing in the game. Like, if there's one thing that meme has been me the last week with Call of Duty Warzone, like, because they're drug fronts. Oh, mattress firms? Yeah, dude, coke all up in the mats.
No, dude, the fucking the rug place.
Yeah, don't fuck around, dude. I'll
You
fuck
know
around.
that place has had more drugs in it. You know that the cartels hang out there.
That
No,
place has more drugs in it than Steven Tyler has.
bro, that place has been having a fucking closing down sale since I was born.
No, it's true. Even me.
Yeah.
I've never seen a place that has a like, dude, and there's never cars.
Ever.
There's no one ever at that rug shop in McAllen. Like, what's it called? Like Aziz
Azars.
Rug, Al Azhar or
Azars.
something.
Persian rugs or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
dude, it's so crazy, man. But yeah,
And it's so funny, dude. Anybody who's from this part of the valley knows, dude.
yeah, knows the rug shop across from the
Yeah,
mall.
knows the rug shop next to the fucking.
Let's go inside and investigate. You
Yeah.
can't go inside. The doors are always locked. That would be nuts, dude. Yo, if we go one day just to go and the doors are locked,
Ah,
I would freak the fuck out, dude. I would.
¿sabes qué, bro?
We gotta get out of here,
what?
Triggs. They're after us, man.
¿Sabes qué, bro? Night Raid or what?
Put a night raid, put a Area 51 or what?
Yeah, dude.
Let's slam it, dude. Yeah, let me Naruto run right inside the front door, dude.
But I want to buy a rug.
I bet you, dude, 100% we can't even afford those rugs, dude.
I bet.
100%, yeah.
Well, apparently, according to those sales, we can. So,
100% we can't afford those rugs,
dude. Well, according to those fucking sales that they're having, we can. Just
yeah, they're like 90% off, dude.
Yeah, rug.
Yeah, rug. Would you like this rug? It's lathered in meth, dude.
Yeah, dude. Drug.
So, going back to what we're talking about, we were struggling on what we wanted to talk about today, because of the fact that everything is politics driven and it's very, very hard to find. But what we're going to do is we're going to cover some news that we were casually catching up on with everything that's going on. If there's anything that's something to look forward to, is we got WandaVision coming out next week. Like next Friday, dude. That's because we just finished The Mandalorian.
Yeah, man.
Like that's awesome. That's awesome. Like I'm super excited. Did you see? I don't know if you saw this, but they were saying that they weren't originally going to use. Let's talk about the future of Triggs getting married. Well, we already talked Star Wars. We talked WandaVision though. Okay, so they weren't going to originally have Monica Rambeau in it.
I heard that.
Dude, I haven't seen the new season of Cobra Kai yet.
I have, and it's the shit.
Yeah, that's what Rob just said. Rob
dude.
just said that Cobra Kai new season was the shit. They weren't going to use Monica Rambeau, which is we talked about this before casually. How we were very like you can go back and watch the first episode when we were talking about it, like watching the trailers for the Marvel thing, and we were like, "Who do you think that lady is? Who do you think that is?" You know, my of course first reaction was America Chavez, but then I'm stupid.
Told you.
And Triggs and I ended up coming to the conclusion that it probably would be Monica Rambeau. And then later on, we started getting confirmation in pictures, and I think the actress came out and said it. But I think just yesterday I saw a post that it was saying that originally they weren't going to use her.
Yeah, and and I see why, because like as far as like multiverse goes, like she does travel between universes at times. Like I know that Monica Rambeau actually goes into the universe that's connected to the I-beams that that Scott Summers has.
Okay.
Because technically he doesn't fire
teleporter.
anything. He just opens the universe. That's what his eyes.
Yeah, that it's supposed to be a portal. His eyes are like portals to that universe.
Yeah,
which he
so
can control the intensity of that universe, though.
Yeah, and she's traveled to that universe before, and so she does travel between universes and stuff like that. Being
but it has to
technically made of energy. But like I understand why they weren't going to use her, because it's kind of like one of those things that like, man, it's one of those like hit or miss things. Either people are going to know who she is and they're going to receive her well, or they're not, and she's going to have a piss poor receival.
Yo, so this is what I think they're going to do with her character. I think she followed the way of her mother, joining the Air Force, and then Nick Fury put in a good word for her to get into S.H.I.E.L.D.
Or Sword now.
Yeah. And now they're using the Endgame time pass to be able to put her at this age, including the fact that Captain Marvel movie was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
To now. So she would practically be like
All right.
maybe 23, maybe mid 20s.
Yeah.
But I think that she's going to take this job as like the lead person because she knows how to deal with people with special abilities. But this is how she's going to get her powers. The Scarlet Witch is going to unlock her powers.
I can see that. You know,
I
with all the universe traveling that she might be doing, she might be exposed to something. Who knows? You know, it's very possible. It's very, very possible.
But I have a feeling like they're going to be using the Scarlet Witch to set up.
She is actually. She is cast.
Yeah, Kat Dennings is cast in WandaVision.
Yeah,
yeah, and Thor also. So
and I want to say Doctor Strange is as well.
Yes, I saw her that she's also cast, but then 80 billion people are casted in that movie. Yeah, dude. Like they casted Tobey Maguire and
like Doctor Strange is actually going to make an appearance. I think probably towards the end of the season for WandaVision.
Oh, okay. I did hear about that. I heard that he's supposed to make an appearance, but that also means that there may be a possibility that Nightmare may make an appearance during the WandaVision show.
I mean, it's a possibility, but he's a super obscure
villain,
like one that I know very little about. I know of him, but I know very little of him, which is very surprising for me because I mean I know quite a bit when it comes to some of these characters, and as far as like Nightmare goes and stuff like that, I really think that what I would like to see. And this is just me being kind of fanboyish and stuff like that. What I would like to see is the Vishanti. If she like somehow or another accessed the Vishanti, that would be
really, really cool. That would be really cool. From what I heard,
I'm more than sure it's going to come out like the Mandalorian since it's on Disney Plus.
Episode. From what I heard, the premiere episode is going to be released 2. They're going to release 2 episodes for the premiere.
Yeah,
that's from what I heard as of today. For WandaVision next Friday, they're going to release 2 episodes for WandaVision as the premiere, which is really good because that means more than likely the first episode will be
like an hour and a half long.
And then the second one will be like a filler.
40. Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, it'll be like a filler, but they'll introduce like one character in a bunch of like sitcom jargon.
You know who they have cast, and he's the FBI agent, and I think he's going to be so fucking hilarious. And I think
he's the Ant-Man guy.
Yeah,
the Ant-Man guy, the Asian guy,
Kim Jong-un. He's Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, dude. I think them having a comedic relief guy is a perfect idea.
Yeah,
I mean, from the trailers, of course, for Scarlet Witch and Vision,
I think it's going to be 8.
They do have a really, really solid comedic writing style when it comes to the Vision and Wanda. Like they already have a pretty funny setup with that whole show, especially going into like all these different like eras of sitcom. Like I think it's really
that's why I think you and I were right to a point with the whole House of M thing. I think they wanted to take the core idea of House of M and move it to something that's a lot closer to what's happening in the MCU right now.
Yeah,
and then how to make it new, which is fine because they kind of did that with Civil War, right? They took the core idea of Civil War and they reshaped it to fit the MCU and to fit the overall story, for the bigger picture.
Same thing with Thor Ragnarok and the Hulk storyline.
Yeah. And so I'm completely on board with it. And that's what I've noticed that the MCU has been doing, and that's why like as far as like continuity issues when it comes to the MCU, I'm no longer really having a problem with it because they're taking the core idea of it and they're just reshaping it to fit the overarching stories, the bigger picture for the MCU.
Okay. I like that. That's a good idea. Like, but then again, it's like we know for sure they're going to be introducing the children.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen like in the trailer, like they're starting to be a little bit more relaxed on how they're showing them.
Yeah, but they're just showing them as babies though. That's the thing.
But they have to grow. That's the thing. They have to grow. I mean, because of the fact that because they're going through
I don't know, dude. Right now I'm putting up the fucking Thor You know, is he though?
Is it though?
Meme right now.
I mean,
Will they,
because
though?
the idea would be like, of course, if I'm not mistaken, they have them roughly in the 80s, like around the 80s, 90s time when it comes to the sitcom show. I think it's during the color part, and it's during like the Full House era.
Yeah, which is like late 80s, early 90s.
Mhm.
Super early 90s. Which yeah, coming into that, if they push it back to I think Endgame ended in 2026, 2025 or something like that.
So
I mean, they would be fucking like my age.
My call for the ending of this season is yes to set up for the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange and WandaVision movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also going to set up the Young Avengers or the New Avengers. And it's going to have the two kids. It's going to have the
I think
Kate
it's going to
Bishop.
set up the Young Avengers.
Yeah, with Kate Bishop, that's coming up also, and Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I very much see that.
So there's a huge possibility that they're going to do Sam Washington for Nova. Was it Sam Washington?
Oh, Sam Alexander.
Sam Alexander. There you go.
Dude, if they put Sam Alexander as Nova, who's like my second favorite Nova next to Richard Rider, I am all fucking for it, dude. And you know what, dude? I'm calling it now. They're not going to give them a movie. They're going to make them have a fucking TV show. I guarantee you that will be the new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show.
You think so? I kind of feel like they will set up for a new Avengers streaming service. And they're testing it out with all these big names, and they're using all the big actors to set them up to set up a new Avengers or a Young Avengers. I'm sorry, Young Avengers, or even a New Warriors.
But New Warriors suck though.
Well, the idea is that they're going to flip around with the titles. I guarantee it's either going to be one or the other: Young Avengers or New Warriors, or even the champion.
I guarantee you, dude, it's going to be Young Avengers because everyone wants to be an Avenger. Everyone.
I mean, yeah, that would be the thing, but I think. The reason why I don't think Young Avengers would work is because it gets people confused.
I can see that up to a point. To a point. But I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. But the reason I say up to a point is because everyone's going to be drawn to the Avenger name.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course.
But like the thing is
you hush, Oz.
Money, dude. They're going to want money, right? The idea is like what makes money.
The Avengers name,
you remember,
is still making money.
Yeah, this past year, New Warriors flopped horribly. Horribly, it flopped. It flopped worse than Champions, Champions, which was bad already. Which had a awesome.
I don't know if they can call it the Mighty Avengers. No, if they did the Mighty Avengers, right? I think that would be the hugest slap in the face.
But that was because he's talking about the animated film about the children of the Avengers.
Yeah, but wasn't that the Young Avengers though?
Yeah, they were called the Mighty Avengers.
Were they?
Or yeah, if I'm not mistaken,
with that kind of crash. I mean, it's true. It is true. You'll kill a brand with that kind of cash grab, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I really think like if it was a money move for them to do, I really think it would be for them to call it like Young Avengers, maybe, but New Warriors, so that they could build the brand back in the comic.
Yeah, well, I can see that.
You see that, right? Because they did cancel the New Warriors comic, but they brought it out as a graphic novel. So you could buy the graphic novel, not the omnibus, a graphic novel, but you cannot buy the New Warriors comic book. It got canceled like way back.
Good. It was trash anyway.
I mean, it's one of those
things. Speaking of omnibus, dude, you know what I saw at Barnes and Nobles and I want to pick up next time I get paid?
What do you got?
Empire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have all of they have all of Empire.
Damn, dude, that's really cool. You know, something that I've always wanted to get, and I'm so horrible for not getting it, and I can't even call myself a fan, is the Thor God of Thunder Gore the God Butcher story omnibus.
Oh,
like,
dude.
all the way into the Mighty Thor with Jane Foster. Like, I've been wanting so hard to buy. I should have used my fucking stimulus check to buy all three of them because they're like fucking $40, dude.
Yeah, dude.
But it is, man, dude, they're so beautiful.
Speaking of omnibuses, dude.
Yes, I was just about to. That's why, dude. Did you do that transition? Boy, look what Triggs got. Triggs got an amazing set. Tell them what it is, Triggs.
This is the Sword Art Online Platinum Collector's Edition from Japan. from Japan with every short. So it has all of the novels. These aren't the graphic novels. These are the actual books. Because Sword Art Online started as a book. It didn't start as a manga. And they have their own case. These things are effing huge, man. They are big boys. Big boys. It covers all the way from Aincrad and finishes in Alicization and a little bit past Alicization.
That's pretty cool. That is fucking solid. Congratulations on getting that badass set,
dude.
Which gives us a really good transition into our next talking point.
Yes,
anime and manga. So what have we heard or what have we seen in anime in the last couple of days? I think on light news, something because you haven't done it yet. You haven't been reading on it. Casually slim through it. If I'm not mistaken, Attack on Titan's got 3 more chapters left.
I think so. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that it's literally like at the very, very end.
If anybody out there is reading Attack on Titan, Peck, I believe her name is Peck, which is the Cart Titan, is a fucking beast of a character. She did some amazing stuff in this last comic or this last manga that just came out.
Oh my god, dude, that's true. Dr. Stone season 2 next week. Yeah, I can't wait. Yep. That is something that I'm currently in the middle of reading right now because I obviously finished season 1. It is so good, dude. So good.
By chance, Triggs, where do you read your mangas at?
So I go to several different places. The place that I was frequenting is Manga Freak. Okay. And so that's where I read Kengan Omega. I also read Black Clover and My Hero.
Okay.
All from there. And I actually also read Baki.
Oh, Grapple Baki?
Because Baki 2018 or Baki Do 2018 is on there. And right now they're fighting sumo wrestlers.
Okay.
That's their thing. Yeah, they're fighting sumo wrestlers. And yeah, dude, it's good. Good.
Yo, actually, speaking of Baki, I think I told you that I got to check out some of the chapters of what is it, Ragnarok?
Oh, yeah, Record of Ragnarok?
Yeah, Record of Ragnarok. And guys, that is a really slept on series, dude. It's fucking great, man. It's super fucking good, man. Hey, thank you very much, Ruben, man. I really appreciate you, bud. Yeah, dude, the fucking Record of Ragnarok is a slept on series, and it is by far probably one of the most exciting animes I've read in a while, mangas. So I can't really wait for that to become animated, dude. That's gonna
be and it's going to.
Hell yeah, dude. It needs to be. It needs to be animated. It is so good. The action is so great. For some reason, I was kind of like iffy at first, but I knew it was coming from the artist that drew Baki.
Yeah,
because of the way that they drew Odin. Like Odin has like the weird
the
theatrical weird smile, like the way they draw his mouth is like the weird like and the sad face. Like it's very Shakespearean.
Yeah,
the way they draw his face, and I was real like, I don't know if I could get behind this, but bro, when he buffs out, I was like, Roshi, watch out, bro. Master Roshi ain't got shit on Odin. But to have it to where it's Odin versus
Adam,
the first man, and Adam is representing humanity versus a god, and then they start kind of like using like this biblical kind of like Adam was created to be a copy of God himself, or and then that's his ability.
Yeah,
I was like, get the fuck out of here! This is amazing, dude. So, guys, if you have an opportunity, you can check out some of the I guess the story. You can see like a motion comic. So the way I usually catch up on most of my mangas is I'll catch up with motion comics on YouTube. So I'll try to look up motion comics for mangas, which is someone takes the hard-earned editing love of turning the manga into almost like an animation.
Yeah, it like flashes the scene a little bit. I do that sometimes with the Raws of Kengan Omega.
Yes,
because the Raws come out on Wednesday and the actual chapter comes out on Thursday for Kengan Omega. And Kengan Omega right now is so fucking good, dude. Really? So good.
I really I gotta catch up on King and Omega. I haven't been able to catch up on it, but I really, really gotta check it out. But definitely, man, like that's how I like to look up a lot of my anime or a lot of my manga. Actually, that's how I caught up super hardcore on my Attack on Titan mangas. Those dudes are hardcore about setting those up, and not only that, some of them actually do color. Like some of them actually color correct all the freaking anime, so it's almost like watching the animation. And then it's cool because you can take the manga and then I guess compare them to how Mappa, the company that's drawing Attack on Titans, like how they are comparing it to the manga, like how it's very close. So I dig that. But if there's one manga that you and I both agree on is probably one of the best mangas out right now, and something we would like to talk about, but we don't want to talk too much spoilers, is the growth and the ending arc to what just happened in My Hero Academia. My God, is My Hero on fire in the manga,
dude? And that's because I just reread 296 today.
Yeah, and that's because I think it's setting up for one of the biggest hero failures of a lifetime coming up in the next arc. No spoilers. Yeah, no spoilers. My Hero is by far what's his name? Hirokoshi?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Hirokoshi is probably one of the greatest compelling comic book. I'm going to say comic book writers. I don't give a fuck if anybody gets mad. He is one of the most compelling comic book writers in the world right now. If he was writing for Marvel, I would be buying his shit off the fucking rails.
Oh yeah,
because like
straight
dude,
up, I mean,
like,
he's up there with fucking Jeff Johns, with fucking help me out here, Chris.
Donny Cates, dude.
Yeah, Donny Cates.
Yeah, he's up there, dude. He's up there, dude. I mean, you got Jason Aaron.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of different writers that write, dude. Hirokoshi is probably one of the greatest story writers, like through and through. Like literally,
there have been very few mangas where I have been so invested like this
straight
ever.
Reach, bro. Straight up.
And unless I'm reading a comic book, you know. And to have, like, I remember just reading 296 and you get the official damage report. That's the only spoiler that I'm getting. I'm not even I'm not even really giving away anything, but I'm just gonna generalize it as damage report. And you see it and you're like, oh my fucking God, dude.
Like let's say the people that are listening to us in the comment section and on whichever platform we're on, because we're multi-streaming right now to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all together.
Oh, hell
that's super cool. So hello everybody that's out there. Thanks for watching. If you casually watch My Hero Academia, the manga right now by far destroys anything action-wise the comic has ever gone through or the anime has ever gone through. Like, and you could go back and say, oh man, but what about when All Might fought All for One? That was no, dude, that doesn't even touch what's happened right now in the manga.
Like, yeah, well, that was a beautiful story and
dude,
great closure to what's happening. You have to understand what's happening is just the first step into what is going to be happening, because Horikoshi has also said that, like, I want to say, like, right after the second sports festival, that he was already like at the halfway mark.
Oh yeah, that was right at the second sports festival when they're going against the other class.
Yeah,
that's already the middle of the entire
series
spectrum of My Hero Academia as a story is going to be, or at least my call is the All Might arc. That's what
who knows, dude. Really, man, who knows? Horikoshi might just be like, hey, that's the actual series halfway point. No.
What I mean by that is, like, I think the entire story of My Hero Academia right now is either going to be known as the Legacy of Deku or the Legacy of All Might. And then there's going to be more branching of stories because the universe this guy's creating is amazing. If you guys don't know, there is a sub-comic book called Vigilantes. And that manga is awesome as fuck too.
And we've got like fucking 10 issues of it right here.
It's great, dude.
Yeah.
It's fantastic also. There is no, can you imagine if they even decided to have a comic book about the League of Villains? like just technically about them. I would love to see a story just based on Twice, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like Twice by himself, like as a Deadpool comic book character, like doing his own thing, like living his own world. That episode, I believe it's in the series. There is an entire episode dedicated to Twice living his regular life before he meets up with the clan, right? Before he meets up with this group. And he's a very interesting character. Literally every character in My Hero is interesting. Like every backup character is interesting. I'd like to see Aizawa and President Mike growing up. I'd like to see their class. I'd like to see All Might when he was before All Might, when he was being taught by Nana.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to see that. I would even like to see a story of All Might's brother. I mean, not All Might's brother, All for One's brother, the original user for One for All.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be a good one.
I would really like to see how he coped with having a brother coming from a normal cat who got powers to like this super villain that wanted to conquer everything. Oh, dude, a story about Gran Torino. Like even the adventures of him and Nana teamed up. Because there's even like this weird casual theory that Nana and Gran Torino had like a love interest together.
Yeah, dude. There's a small little fan theory going around that the kid that she's talking about is also Gran Torino's.
Yeah, that is so crazy, dude. Like, I thought that would be really cool.
Yeah, like
I think that there's
because like one of the original translations for the manga was "our child."
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
really?
we don't have a child anymore, and that was one of the original translations.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I'm totally gonna
dude. Because for a while I was on the fucking fan theory that like, that Nana and All Might, had a love interest as well, and that's why he's as dedicated as he is, and
I did too.
And like now I'm kind of just like, okay, I'll kind of get over it, but like still I would like for it to happen, but that's just me being, a little bitch about it.
There's a part of me that wants kind of like the same thing. I do like the idea of Nana, and it's because I just want to see All Might find love.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, just deep down inside, you just want him to be happy.
Yeah.
And like that was like a point that I was even hoping that Deku's mom and him would kind of like casually start like going out and getting dinner and like all this stuff because Deku never had that father figure, and All Might was always this really great father figure character with him. Fan fiction all the way, dude. I can ship all of those things, dude.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Hey, we got a good question here.
There's actually, oh my god, so it's not even an anime. It's like a very, very horribly, made. There was a Mega Man X series. There was an original Mega Man series. There has been the Mega Man Battle Network
series.
Anime. On Toonami as well. Mm-hmm. There was also a brand new one on Disney or Nickelodeon or Disney or Toonami, a brand new Mega Man one that came out like a few years ago. I haven't seen it. I want to. As a matter of fact, I actually just hung up my
Mega Man
poster.
Yeah.
There we go. Boom. And so, yeah, dude, it's one of those things where like, with everything that's going on right now, at least in Capcom, it's time to bring Mega Man back.
You know what? What about, I always say some stupid shit like this every week, but what about a Smash Brothers anime?
I think that'd be very convoluted, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Smash Brothers is convoluted too.
Yeah, I know. That's why. I think it'd just be very convoluted.
But don't you
I'd watch it. Don't get me wrong. I'd watch the shit out of it.
Someone was saying that the reason why they're making Sonic and the reason why they're making the Pikachu detective movies is because they're going to make a Smash Brothers movie. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. There's no idea. Nobody even knows what Smash Brothers is about. Just giant hands kicking the shit out of things.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. Like, I think it'd be crazy to see all of them together, but there's a part of me that wouldn't mind having like Smash Adventures, like an anime dedicated to like each individual story, and then maybe getting them to cross in individual ways, kind of like they did with Mega Man X when he crossed over to like the other Mega Man cartoon from like the 90s. Do you
Yeah.
remember that? And he shows up and he's like, "What's up, man? I'm Zero. I'm from the future." And Mega Man's like, "Buh." The 90s cartoon was so weird. But like, I mean, having a Mega Man anime would be very similar to, oh, dude, Little Mac, an anime or a movie of Little Mac. I would totally watch the fuck out of that, dude. Because the villain at the end would be Mike Tyson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'd bring back Macho Man Randy Savage, Soda Popinski. Dude, that would be so good. The Smash Brothers EU sounds so sad. That does sound super horrible, Kyle. You're absolutely correct, dude. Hopefully, praying to the gods above, the anime nerd gods, that they do not make a Smash Brothers EU. Yeah, but for us, anime right now, I think My Hero Academia has one of the best storylines that's going on right now. And we got to have a discussion about the new comic. Oh, but like I was saying, I think it's getting very close. And this is for people who read the manga. Or not to read the manga only, but I've also seen the anime. This isn't really much of a spoiler. Because I kind of feel that the prison thing is going to happen soon. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, because we all know that All for One is stuck in Tartarus.
Yeah, Tartarus.
I think they're going to try to break him out of jail soon. I think someone's going to try to break him out.
I'm not going to say anything.
I mean, it's not really.
Because I'd be giving a spoiler.
I mean, well, yeah, but like without spoiler talk, like
it's almost impossible though.
I really think that like,
well, so with what Ozzy's saying, One Piece actually just released their 1000th chapter, I think, this past week. But no, with what you were saying, dude, yes, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. 296 has literally just said it will happen.
So okay, so it's gonna go right into the prison break. Yeah. I mean, because we knew that was gonna happen eventually, dude.
Yeah, I mean, so like, okay, small spoiler. The last panel of 296 is him saying that go free my body.
Yeah, but the idea would be like that would happen because casual comic book writing. When that happens, there is usually some type of small filler arc to kind of slow down the adventure, kind of casually let everybody get their consents and kind of get everybody back in the action again. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's just going to go right into it. That's
well, from what I'm gathering with what's going on right now in the manga, yeah, that kind of is happening only because of just like the overall like gist of what like the big bad is kind of saying.
Yeah,
you know, like he's basically saying that, you know, like, yeah, like no one's getting a break. Like we're just going right back into it.
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy writing to me, dude. Because it's one of those things like story writing.
Originally I thought there was going to be like a little Naruto Shippuden moment, and they were going to be like, oh, okay, 6 months later or something like that.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Or like a year later, you know, like now they're going to do the prison break.
It doesn't seem like it's going to go like that.
No, it's. Oh, okay. Well, he's gonna get broken out of prison probably in the next few days.
That's fucking bonkers, dude. How fast everything is going.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this is a positive or a negative in the sense of writing a story?
Both. I see it as a negative because I think a lot of animes and a lot of mangas, like really since like Dragon Ball, have had that like Naruto Shippuden moment where it's that time skip. You know, because I mean, they kind of always do it in Dragon Ball, you know, in the Dragon Ball series, you know, like, oh, the Saiyans are going to be here in a year, and you know, flash forward a year, they've been training for that entire year, and they're now like, who the, you know, fucking crazy ass strong now, and yeah, when you find out the main boss is actually the mini boss, dude, for real,
it's one of those moments, yeah.
And so that's why I was kind of like, okay, you know, but I think it's also a positive because it keeps his story moving. It keeps his story moving in a way that like is going to keep drawing you in because you're like, bro, like no one's getting a fucking moment to rest. What's going to happen?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like, okay, like for me, it's one of those things like when you're building a story as a writer, like I feel like when you keep everything this compact, if the action of the next one isn't as much, you're going to lose a lot of people. And the effect of what you want to do is not going to happen if the action isn't the same. But there has to be some huge reveals in the next couple of chapters. Huge reveals, which is going to be like, heaven forbid, I know I'll cry my eyes out, but like fucking All For One dies of a heart attack. No, or what's his name? All Might.
Yeah.
Dies of like a heart attack or chokes on a Dorito or some shit.
Yeah.
Or if you find out that like maybe Deku's mom died like of something while he was in combat with something.
Dude, and that's like a huge fan theory right now.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, like there has to be something huge that happens to go over what just happened if you're maintaining that drive.
What I kind of think what's going to happen right now, because anyone who's been reading the manga already knows this, is that Deku's body's completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. What I kind of think is going to happen is Eri is going to be the new healer. As like
the healing nurse, or what's her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, the kissy nurse, the one that heals everybody by kissing them.
I think she's going to like little zap to Deku, and he's gonna like, okay, all of my wounds are healed.
Okay, so
she's rewound.
So check this out. I told everybody this when it first came out, but the second movie of My Hero Academia came out. The two heroes, right? Tale of Two Heroes, and that storyline that was in that film, a lot of people were upset because they said it was too reminiscent of what's happening in the story of the manga at the time. And it was kind of like too correlating with the regular story rather than it being its own standalone film.
Well, the reason being is because that was originally supposed to be the original ending.
Yeah, the original ending of the story, but they changed it.
Yeah.
But the thing
is
God, like,
dude, and thank God Horikoshi did that, man. Because don't get me wrong, dude, that's a fucking amazing ending. It is it would have been an amazing ending. But with what's going on and now, like there's just, I don't think there would have been enough character development for Deku for me to see something like that truly like play out.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if that's the case, then that means for sure, because of that movie, there needs to be a point when Deku gives his power away.
Yeah, I think
he's up with someone, which is already part of a theory that a lot of people think that Bakugo is one of the holders of One For All. Like that he's one of the original people, that he's like a time traveler, which I hope to God they don't do. I just hope to God they don't do that.
Yeah.
I really just hope that it was foreshadowing to what's to come.
I too. And I think that would be a prettier ending, because now it's already up to for one, Bakugo has already revealed his hero name, Dynamite. Yeah. Secondly, you know, we've already seen the fact that like he respects Deku enough to say that like, if I'm going to go into a fight, I want this guy with me.
Yeah.
That is like a for sure, no shit. If I'm going to get into a big ass fight, I hope he's with me.
Yeah, like this whole arc that just happened recently, like really, it grew Bakugo as a really awesome support character for Deku compared to what he had been, where he's always been this like Vegeta rivalry character.
Yeah.
Now they've kind of fleshed out this idea where he's like a really great companion character to his character. They work very well together, and they have each other's back really well. But the reason why I say it's a theory that he's one of the holders is because there's
a silhouette of him, and it looks just like his costume. And
there is parts when they could see the original holders of One For All.
Yeah.
And there's always these two characters are completely blacked out next to a character that's on fire, which had been foretold that the character on fire is All Might. Right. And the reason why I feel like it's All Might is because, yes, his flame of having what One for All has diminished because he doesn't have the power anymore. But the flame doesn't represent that. That represents his life essence. He's still alive, and that's why he's on fire. When he passes is when that flame will die, and then he'll become one of those images.
Yeah.
And then the next person, which I really have a strong theory that Deku is going to pass the power to Bakugo in some way, and also to Kirishima. And the double up is going to be Bakugo and Kirishima.
Well, that's also like the fan theories that Kirishima's also a fucking time traveler. And I'm like,
I mean,
but the reason that I would have to disagree with that, and the only reason being is because like in the manga, it's already stated that like the quirk itself is somewhat sentient, and they're like, no, we're not. We're not gonna go. Like we're staying.
They can literally like choose who it wants to be. With.
You know, and so that's why I'm kind of just like, you know, because I mean, Shigaraki tried taking it, you know, like he held on to him, and he was like, your quirk is mine, and you know, it was like, no,
nah, it's cool, nah, it's cool, bro.
Yeah,
but like that's the thing is like I feel that Deku, in some ways, like you said, like Deku's body's been trashed like beyond recognition. I think he will pass the power to Bakugo, and Bakugo will respect that power so much, but then his emotional connection to Kirishima, he will then pass it to him. And then when they're like, wait, you can't do that, he's going to be like, shut up, I do what I want. And he's going to pass the power to Kirishima in that moment. And they're going to do that shield and spear shit.
Yeah.
Where like one is the defense and one is the offense. I kind of feel like that would be the option. And the reason why I say that is because of how the film went with Deku and Bakugo using each other off of their powers.
Yeah. But
where there was that moment where
you
like,
do that, but when you do that, you kind of take Deku out of like the whole equation.
Yeah, because of the sacrifice. Because you could have just done that with All Might.
Exactly.
Like All Might was the sacrifice to begin with, and then Deku sacrifices, and then Bakugo and Hiroshima would get the powers. Yeah, but it's like I mean, I get that totally. But there's a theory. The reason why I don't want to believe the other one, where they're time traveling companions, like I don't want to believe that, even though that theory is just as popular, as if it would be more interesting if the power already knew who were going to be the people that got the powers. And it was just showing those two blacked out because they haven't received it yet.
Then that would make the fact that there was only 5 holders of One for All.
Yeah.
Not 8.
Not 8. But that's the thing. Like it really hasn't shown any of the other characters past
Yes, but we know definitively that there were 8 holders.
Yes, but
before
that's
Deku.
A time travel story, and we're not going with time travel.
No. I know.
Like
that's like in the manga. Like there have been.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like that's why I like the theory of it being Bakugo, but I know it's not. I like the theory of it being Kirishima, but it's not. Yeah. Like I just think it's cool to think that way. I don't like the time traveling idea, but I like the idea.
Trash story writing. Shame
on you, dude. Not even, man. It would be cool if it knew who would eventually get his power.
That'd be so gay. I would fucking hate that story.
I mean, it could be worse, dude. It could be cyberpunk. I'm just kidding. All right. Hey, dude, but you know what?
I don't think Horikoshi would fucking shit on his own series like that.
My Hero Academia has a very, very strong resemblance to Heroes back in the day. The TV show.
Yeah.
It has a very, very, very close situation. And I think that it found a way to prevent the Peter Petrelli situation, which happened at the very beginning of the show, which is where he was a character.
That was just such a slept on storyline. Mm-hmm. And I'm so upset that they never really did anything much with it.
Well, season 3 ended up collapsing really bad because of the writer's block.
Yeah.
During that situation. I was a huge fan of that show. Huge fan.
Oh, but yeah, no, I had a friend of mine as well who was very, very invested in Heroes.
Me and my brother would always have these arguments, and I told him, "This is a great show, but it's not going to work." And he was like,
"Try bringing it back," and it failed after like a half season.
Yeah. And he was like, "Why is it that you don't think it's going to work, dude? I thought you loved comics." And I was like, "I do love comics, but mimicking characters never work." A character that can take someone else's powers by not doing anything, just taking it because they're in the area, will kill everyone because they just keep stacking everyone's powers. If I take one dude's, like if I'm going to fight Cyclops and the X-Men and Cyclops comes up to me, but I have Cyclops, Wolverine's healing factors and all that, Cyclops ain't got shit on me.
Yeah.
I'm going to shit on him all week. And if I'm fighting a dude who has to physically assault someone and suck out his brains or some shit like that, like Skylar would, that character, once he shows up with that stack that he has, I'm then going to take that stack.
Yeah.
So like there was really weird parts of that. Like I told people from the very beginning, it's a great show. I love
a beautiful concept
out of that show. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But
it was a
having
beautiful
the main
concept.
a character who can literally take any person's power as long as he meets them and then he can forever use them, it was the worst idea. Because it's like, well, what are you going to do if you know this guy's always going to win? What are you going to do? Like, what Superman? What are you going to do if he always Batman? What are you going to do if he always has his belt? Like, you end up getting, especially a character that can just have everyone's powers.
Yeah,
it just gets shit on story wise.
Yeah, dude, and I would just spend fucking hours upon hours in fucking Times Square and just.
And that was
what are you doing? Oh, I'm taking people's powers.
That was what a lot of people thought the original power of Deku was, is that he was a stacking power.
Yeah.
That he was a stacker holder. And if that's was the idea, I'm so happy they went that way, dude.
So it kind of is, to a sense. Like that's kind of what All for One was. Or One for All was. Is that like you receive the quirk and you implant your quirk in it. And then it goes on to someone else, and then they implant theirs in it. So it has a bit of Peter Petrelli and Sylar at the same time. It has to be physical, but the stack still works.
And the other thing is that I heard is Hirokoshi actually takes the idea of Star Wars, because he's a huge fan of Star Wars. And Deku is actually the Anakin of their universe, where he didn't have a father.
Yeah.
He was actually created like by those people. He's actually the birth of the singularity, of the superhero singularity, the quirk singularity.
Mm-hmm.
That he was birthed from it.
I don't know how that would happen, because
it's a very weird
prior or something.
It would be a weird concept.
Yeah,
because
that's why I'm like, well, that singularity happened like 60 years prior to Deku.
Yeah. But that's the idea. The idea is like that power would be reborn somehow, or that One for All, or what's his name? All for One? Yeah, All for One got the remnants of the singularity somehow and messed with the DNA and brought it out to do something. And it ended up being where he had this stacking power. And then when it was born, they took that power from the child, kind of thing. Like, it's a very, very weird concept, because there are similarities if you do break it down.
It sounds very fan theory. And
yeah,
like,
of course.
And you know, and I like fan theories when it fits the overall narrative. When you start trailing into your own because you think it would be cool, I kind of don't like those, because it's kind of like, well, what if Deku was the hugest playboy and could just invent his own quirks and was also like the third smartest person in the world?
Well, I mean, the reason why that theory is around is because of the fact that, of course, it's like the Attack on Titan father thing. You never really meet Deku's father. He's very a mysterious character. The mom doesn't even give you that much information. Like, there's nothing about him anywhere. So you know that sooner or later the reveal of the father is going to come.
And it better be a fucking good one, dude.
It has to be something. It does. It really does. Because of the fact that from the very beginning, there was a lie being told, which was when Deku, first couple of episodes, he goes to the doctor. The doctor ends up telling him, sorry, bud, you don't have any superpowers. Only to find out later that scientist, the same scientist, is with the quirk stealing person that is the major villain of the entire show in a huge metropolitan state, city, or whatever, of countries or whatever that they live in. Like that same doctor is the same doctor that later on creates like the quirk consuming villain. And he works with all the children that are born that get to go get tested as quirks. Like it's a perfect position for that person to be in. So like,
No, but with that being said, he would have had to know that Deku was going to be some sort of threat later on.
yeah, he had to know something, right?
Yeah, I mean, like Deku was what, like 4 when he met him.
Mm-hmm. Like even the idea of when the mother came in to go check Deku and Deku got checked, they would have already had to have known who that child was.
Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of just like,
and that hasn't really been fleshed out. You know what I mean? But then again, Hirokoshi did that at the very beginning. Like none of us saw that doctor being a villain.
No, but it was a great reveal though, because it fit. Yeah. And the reason that I say that it fit, because like who better to stack quirks the way that his is the way better to stack quirks is to the fucking guy who researches them anyway.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, okay, that fits. Mm-hmm. You know, like 100%. And then you find out that like his quirk is like prolonged life essentially, and that All for One, and the reason that he's lived for so long is because he took his quirk.
All for One. Was that a thing that he had prolonged life?
Yeah.
What, Deku?
No, the scientist, dude. That scientist is like 90.
Yeah, he's an old man.
Yeah, no, that guy is old as fuck, and that's how All for One has survived the entire time, because that was one of the first quirks he took. Yeah, and that's how he's lived for so long.
It's so interesting. Sometimes it gets a little confusing with everything that's all around when you start to break down the story. Like,
here's actually one. Now, if we're going to talk about My Hero, and this is a plot point, and Horikoshi has stated it, it is in the manga, and one plot point that he hasn't done anything with is, and it's the hugest fan debate in My Hero, is who is the traitor of UA.
Oh, that's been going on for a while. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep. And that's everybody thinks it's Kirishima. And I'm like,
Red Riot.
I'm like, I hope not, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But here's something that happens with writers, man. When you get so caught up with other storylines, sometimes you forget about plot points, and you just like, I'm just gonna write that one off. That was a JK moment. And,
yeah, I remember that, man. I do remember that being the thing when Bakugo got kidnapped.
Yeah, and they were like, bro, someone had like, there's someone on the inside. No, someone had like, there was a lot of people how is it that every time we're having a big moment, they happen to know it? Because these events are very private, and somehow or another they know when to attack us. What? This has to be an inside job, because it was the principal who stated that, and like they've never done anything with that plot point at all.
And they lost a really good point, which is when they get their situation with Twice. Twice was always a good way for them to say like that they have someone on the inside, because then you could have killed off one of the good guys and had Twice's clone be one of the dudes.
It's true. You know,
that would have been like a straight up multiple man from Marvel kind of situation where he's like a really good spy.
Yeah.
Manetta,
but I mean, who knows? Like we're
Manetta. Dude, grape juice, bro. Yeah, dude, grape juice is a villain.
All I know, dude, is that right now this manga can do no wrong. And this manga is so goddamn good.
It's so
good. I'm truly enjoying where it is, what's happening with it, where it's going. I'm excited to see it, because it's just one of those. Yeah, it's one of those where you're like, bro, like I cannot wait for the rest of this. You just get so excited. I mean, I know I do. Because it's super shitty that the next issue isn't coming out till next week. It's not coming out till the 17th, and so Kengan Omega is gonna have to hold me by. And what's going on in Kengan Omega is just so fucking good, so good. Yeah, and Record of Ragnarok just finished the Raiden to Maimon versus Shiva fight. That was a really, really good one. As far as like emotions are concerned, that was probably one of the bigger tear jerkers, other than Sojiro versus Poseidon.
Oh wow. I thought the Lubu one was nuts too, man.
The Lubu one was cool, but it was very rushed in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought it was good though. It was very, very cool. I like the way they did Thor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
Dude,
cool.
I love how like in every story, and I mean every single story that you ever see Mjolnir in, it's small. But in Record of Ragnarok, it's the size of a fucking building.
it's got a handle on its handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how big it is. It's got a little.
It's not just one handle; it's two handles on that one handle.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's huge and it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. I know that there was another story that had it. It was really big like that also. And
well, I know. In Ultimate Avengers, he can two-hand it.
No. There's another anime that has a girl character that has a Mjolnir that size.
Oh wow!
But it's drawn very similar to the old school way, where it's got like a weird like low shape.
Oh yeah. The
old school, which is like the original look of the hammer.
Yeah,
and it's like that, but it's ginormous, and this little girm carries it. It's super funny.
I'll actually, you later. So actually, Kyle Bates, man, he actually does. He's also a metal worker himself. You know, nice. I know that you make knives and shit like that, and so does he. I've actually fucking had this guy. I'm on the list for a field knife that I want to get made.
Cool, and, man. You got to share some of your stuff, man. I'm a avid hobbyist knife and hammer maker myself.
Yeah, and yeah, dude, and so
hammer behind
oh yeah, man.
Everybody wants a knife. Cool, I want a knife. I haven't even built knives in such a long time, man.
Dude, honestly, if you do make one, I'm your first one.
Yeah.
Pay you good money for
I'm going to be my first one, because that actually reminds me, Spriggan's coming out 2021. If you guys have not had the opportunity, I keep
shit. Yes.
Oh, you're up next, actually. There you go, boy.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Spriggan is coming out, the series, to Netflix. They just released a trailer last month. It looks pretty good. I mean, it looks a little because the character looks very skinny. It doesn't look as Jackie Chan-ish as it did in the original anime. But
let's get a Spriggan knife. Dude, that knife would be fucking sweet, dude.
That's exactly why I've been wanting to get back into my knife making, is because I want to make I use Spriggan knife. I fucking think it's gorgeous. If you haven't seen it, check it out. If you haven't,
it's a very pretty knife, dude.
Oh my god, dude, it's so gorgeous. If you haven't seen Spriggan, try your best to check it out. It was on YouTube a while back. I think they took it down.
Dude, I'm gonna see if I can try and download it. I'm a bit of a pirate, so I'm pretty sure I can find it.
If you haven't seen it yet, right?
No, I haven't, man.
Dude, when you watch it, you're gonna be like, "Holy fuck, dude! Where was this?"
Yeah,
like where?
See, and that's the thing, dude. But I've heard of Spriggan, but I never I never gave it the attention that it deserved. And it's super funny, dude, that I did that. Come on, camera. I did that for I did that for Evangelion, and I still don't understand what the fuck it's about.
Oh yeah, Evangelion, and that's because Evangelion's about to release some new shit.
I know, for the fucking 50th time, and I'm like, all right, man, cool.
Evangelion's the Skyrim of anime.
Yeah,
it just gets released every year, remastered, redone, re-edited, everything. It's literally.
And you know what? And speaking of re-releases and new releases and making them look better, dude. You know what's one thing that I mean Audrey and I, that we've really tried to focus on with the set and stuff like that, is we're trying to get all of our collector's edition shit. So
and put it up. Yeah, dude.
So I got her this for Christmas 2019, last year, or year before last.
Nice.
It's the Zelda Creating a Champion. It's even got
well, dude, her chair is amazing.
Yeah.
The fucking Fallout chair is amazing. Fucking Pep Boy, dude.
It's even got some cool shit in here.
Yeah. Damn, that's awesome, man. And where do you guys get your collector's items from? Do you go to a shop or do you order online?
So believe it or not, dude, a lot of the places that we go to are local. We don't frequent Myth, but when we get the, hey man, you know what? Let's go look for some cool shit. We'll go to Myth, or sometimes we go to Kaboom. We go to Barnes and Nobles a lot, like
Nice.
a lot.
Good stuff.
I mean, why they don't know her by first name basis is fucking beyond me. But like, yeah, man, we have a lot of cool shit, dude. A lot of collector's edition stuff, and and stuff that just makes the set, overall pretty and stuff like that. And she's gonna come in, shit.
That's funny.
I'm the one who got her this.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, speaking of local shops, Kaboom is just about to open up their arcade.
Yeah, man, $5 for free play all day.
Mm-hmm.
For all day play for your bracelet.
And they're going to be sanitizing the shop all the time. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
They're going to be keeping up.
Shut up.
Shut up. Oh, that's super cool though, man. Yeah, so Kaboom Comics in McAllen is now having an arcade area.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
Is that a puppy? That's so good.
This is Gizmo.
Hi, Gizmo. Cute dog. Fucking A, dude. I can't believe that. That's super great. Okay, cool. What's next? Here we go. Last banner before we end the show later, which will probably be in about a 20-minute conversation.
If that.
If anything, right?
Yeah.
We got boom games. What's going on in games, man?
Actually, crazy. Some modders made some stuff for Cyberpunk.
I was just about to say that.
Dude.
I know I shit on Cyberpunk a lot, but
These
bunch of
mods
modders came together and made it so much better, dude.
Yeah.
I heard. So what is it that they fixed?
So it's not that they fixed anything. I think they just added stuff, and so I think some of their patches actually might make the game run a little bit better. But on top of that, you know how like the Cyberpunk like atmosphere was very like Johnny Mnemonic, very Total Recall looking, kind of Blade Runner. They had like the floating like the floating animations, kind of shit. And yeah, man, like they have like floating animations now with like, floating like wallpapers and stuff, for like advertisements.
Oh, they made it more Neo.
Yeah, and so it's looking pretty solid, man.
Yeah,
pretty solid. And there's also a third person mod as well.
Nice. Fuck, finally, dude.
Yeah, dude. And that I actually really want to install. I would love to see a third person mod.
Now, by chance, are these mods available only on PC and not consoles?
I want to say so.
Okay.
I know the third person for sure because you actually have to change some directory files.
Okay.
You have to rename them.
I mean, that's cool, man. I mean, I did hear about that maybe 2 days ago, and I thought.
Oh, did they? They did something with the Judy story that you can probably smash her now.
They probably made it to where
you can fuck her.
Guys and girls can both date her.
Yeah,
because it was like that. You couldn't date her if you were a male.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't really have a lot of this option. I think you could date another dude.
You could actually date, as a female, you could actually date Johnny Smallhand's old guitar player.
Yeah, look, she can fall for a male. Okay, well, that's cool, man. That's great.
That's going to draw in a lot of people. The fact that Judy can now fall for a male character.
Because this goes off of that idea I talked about where it's like when it came to the create a character and you couldn't make your character any other body size.
Yeah.
It's like that. How is that a game of choice if that's already prevented?
Right. Yeah, man. I know a lot of people, had a huge gripe about that. They were like, bro, I have more options for my dick than I do my body size.
Yeah, it's true. And I kind of feel like if that was the case for that, they were going to change a lot of things in game and make it to where it doesn't play out the exact way you want it to play out.
Well, the first big patch is going to be coming, I think, in February. I don't know all the patch notes. I don't think they've been released yet, but I'm actually pretty excited for that. I know that there's going to be a lot of stability issues, which is already great. The latest patch that they had given was actually a huge stability issue. My game runs fucking phenomenally now. Phenomenally. I actually cranked it up all the way just to see how it ran. I think I got a solid 12 frames per second, but man, it looked great. But shut the fuck up, boss.
February 6th.
Yeah. Hey, babe, I'm gonna be late to my wedding. But no, I know that there's gonna be some more stability issues, like stability fixes, which is great. You know, like I cranked it down. I have no ray tracing on. I have DLSS set to automatic, and with those two features off, my game runs at a solid 60 frames. Solid 60 frames in 4K.
When I first installed Cyberpunk and I played it, I got little to minor glitches.
Yeah.
I think I only got like a couple of them where like, I think when I got into the car, when you first meet, what's his face?
Jackie.
Yeah. When you first meet Jackie, I had like a small little glitch where like the cops showed up like super fast.
Yeah.
I had that glitch happen. I had it to where a couple of NPCs would kind of like either show up or just disappear. Hey, well, congratulations, Oz. Congratulations on your new job. Also, I think there was another one when I was leaving the afterlife. Like as soon as you get outside the club and you turn to the right, there's a wall with like a Coke machine.
Yeah.
The moment I would climb that Coke machine, it would fly me all the way back to the street.
Whoa.
Yeah. Then I would run back and climb the machine and it'd shoot me back again over and over. I kept doing it over and over again. So that was super funny. Those were only the real major problems that I had.
I've only had like one game breaking glitch. One. And I'm not even gonna say really it's game breaking. Like I could still play through the game, but I couldn't do anything. And that was when you first meet Judy and you go into your first
BD.
Yeah, into your first BD. And every time I was in a cutscene, I was in my car, like I was looking at my car. But you're inside of a building, but I was looking at my car.
But you're inside your car.
No, I was looking at my car. I wasn't even.
Oh, it was like, there.
I was inside the building, but the camera view was on the car.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I could like talk. You know, I could go through the regular. You know, I could go through the motions of like the conversation, but I was looking at the car. I wasn't looking at the cutscene. You know, so it was fucking weird. And like I actually had to restart the game, and then you know, like it fixed it. Yeah. And so yeah, it was fine afterwards.
I think like Oz is saying, like we've all had it to where we've all had our games crash a couple times.
So believe it or not, the only time I'm getting my game crash,
we'll talk about that right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that right now.
Yeah, because there's another one.
The only time that I've had my game crash, weirdly enough, is when I alt tab and I have OBS open. That's
okay. Yeah. When you're streaming, it's just processing. Like it's kind of lacking on the processing.
Dude, that's the thing, and that's the crazy thing, dude.
Yeah, you have a lot of shit.
I have a fucking monster SPC, and the fact that like that's happening just weirds me out.
It's like we talked about. It's like the new crisis. It's the new fucking
dude, it really is. You know, it really is the new crisis right now. You know, and I know people are gonna build games around to play Cyberpunk, which is, I guess, good. You know, it's gonna help out. You know, with the tech.
Pushing for the next better game.
You know, yeah. But at the same time, dude, like, I just want a 3080, dude. Fucking let me have one.
What's really, really crazy is Cyberpunk with me, I was getting crashes because I like to mess around way too much when it comes to games. So like I did this a lot during Fallout also when I would get bored, is I would just book out into like the next neighboring countries or cities or whatever and be in a realm where like my level was not where it should be. So I would instantly get rammed by like a bug that was flying around or like any little thing would kick the shit out of me. That's what I started doing.
And speaking of Fallout, dude, I actually want to give 76 a try on my PC.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be nice. I bet you get some good graphics. Yeah, now we get to talk about this. So here we go. Myers Gonzalez says, new Super Mario 3D and Bowser's Fury, also Metroid Prime 4 for the Switch. Yeah, that's going to be coming up. Those are really exciting. Not to mention that we just had a drop today that it should be around that you could pre-order Scott Pilgrim versus the World today.
Good, man.
January 1st, you can
and with what Ozzy is saying, I believe Monster Hunter Rise is available for demo on Switch.
Yeah, but I want to
pick that up.
Yeah, but I also want to say that it did mess up the shop, the Nintendo Switch shop today, with all the
Did it?
downloads that happened. It totally
Matter
crashed.
of fact, let me check it out.
Yeah, it totally crashed today, if I'm not mistaken. But you might want to
'Cause
check it.
I actually have my Switch dock behind my
Yeah,
monitors.
very cool.
So
And
here,
not only that,
we're gonna
Oz
check
did
this out right now.
on Back for Blood, dude.
Yeah, dude, like
super
the
excited
spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead,
for
and I'm
Left 4
so
Dead.
for it.
Yep, by the same creators. It looks super amazing. They have it. The creator says they have it right now to where every gameplay never plays the same way. Like any map that you walk into, the zombies are always different. It always randomizes.
Confirmed. You can download the demo right now on Monster Hunter Rise.
Are you going to download it? Then it's like
On it.
not available.
Download it
now.
On
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it knocked it down earlier today. Like as soon as it went
I don't
live.
blame it. I don't blame
dude.
it.
I mean, Monster Hunter has such a huge following,
Yeah.
except for the film. Yeah, except for the film, but that happens a lot of it. Oz says, "Let's play Triggs."
Dude, I'm down, bro. For real, I'm down. If I don't have you on Switch, bro, fucking add me up, dude.
Oz hit me up this past week during my stream, and we got to play maybe about 5 seconds of Call of Duty Zombies before it kicked us off.
Zambies.
So we'll try it again. We'll definitely have to try it again. Yeah, Call of Duty's had some good updates in the last couple of days. If you are a player of Call of Duty Warzone, you have been probably a victim of a ghost team running DMR and MAC 10s.
Oh yeah,
dude, it is such garbage. But it came in, and the company Activision came in, said they heard the call, and decided to try to nerf all the guns, only to not do a good enough job, and for people to still be running them because they still drop you in 2 body shots, 1 headshot. Like it's horrible, dude. It's horrible how that game's turned just in that. Good. They patched up the glitch spots in Zombies. Zombies has been a fun game. I finally got to do the Easter egg a couple months ago, as soon as it came out, actually, maybe like 2 or 3 days after it came out. I think it's great. Again, there is always the problem with me and Zombies when it comes to these games is the creators of the games make the Easter egg so convoluted because all the YouTubers that are super popular get together and beat the shit out of it. And then everyone watching those people then just do what they do instead of everybody taking the time and figuring out the puzzles by themselves. Right. But it's gotten to a point where it's so hard to do the puzzles by yourself, dude. So stupid hard. But yeah, Zombies on the Treyarch, on Cold War, it's pretty fun if you're casually getting back into the Zombies game. It's something you want to jump in on. It helps you. The maps are very wide. The areas are good, so you could train the zombies. By training is just get them to follow you in a certain path, so that way it makes it a lot easier for you to kill and get your points up and build your guns up. They have this new, what is it, like a building class where you classify, like each gun has to be upgraded a certain way so that they can be set up to different power. Like you have to build your weapons up for them to be useful. If not, you could just buy off the wall. Yeah, that's about it though. It hasn't really changed much. I don't feel like the game is as fun as the way Black Ops 2 used to be. Did you ever play Black Ops 2, Tricks?
Zombies, yeah.
Yeah, dude, do you remember like how if you ever played the newer version in Cold War, I think you'd be real like, wow, this is really weird. Like it does not feel the same way anymore. So it's just one of those things. There's a part of me that does miss the old Zombies. So far, to me, my favorite map for Cold War Zombies, not Cold War Zombies, Treyarch Zombies, Black Ops Zombies, would have to be Origins. I'm a huge fan of the Origins storyline. I think it's great. I think it was probably the best level design with the giant robots and the trail. Oh, dude, it was so good. So
you know, with that being said, and like the feeling of new games and stuff like that, I actually just had this little epiphany right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is one game that I would love to see sandboxed because I think it has the potential to have such a good fucking story around it. And I mean, hell, they could almost make it Souls like would be Mega Man.
You know
I mean,
what?
if they sandboxed Mega Man in like an actual 3D space and stuff like that, bro.
Even to do like Mario 64 Mega Man version, like where it's like a third person.
Yeah.
You know what? That would be a really
that's what I
fun
mean.
game. You know what? But you know what? Even thinking about that, right? Even thinking about that, I think that like Monster Hunter as an open world game would be fan-fucking-tastic.
And that's because like that's kind of like what World was hoped to be.
Mhm.
I mean, it is to a point, but the thing is that like it still keeps the overarching like, no, you have a singular map that you go to, but that map is completely open world.
Mhm.
There's no like, oh, like if you get knocked out of that one section, you have to wait for a loading time, get back into that old section, wait for the loading time again, hope that your monster's still there.
I really
they did Mega Man. Well, yeah, Mega Man Legends was like that, but it was still very linear.
Yeah,
very, very linear. Because when you left a certain area, it was hard, if not impossible, to get back to it.
I've always wanted it to be where like Monster Hunter was like Grand Theft Auto 5, where like they put you in the world and there's just like different sections. There's their monsters are there. There's a group of like there's 30 people on a server.
Yeah,
you can go wherever you want, dude. You can go wherever. You can go after whatever monster you want. Sometimes the computer has it to where one monster will fly into another section and just start throwing vergazos. and there's no safe zone. It's just do as you do, buddy. Do as you do. But there's like 18 monsters on the map, but they're all in their own individual areas. It's kind of like Fallout, dude. Like Fallout, when you run into a Deathclaw.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, like that, dude. Can you imagine if Monster Hunter was like that, where they had a bunch of little animals that you can go kick the shit out of, but like there is a section where like a Deathclaw is like hanging out and you got to go to battle with it. Like that would be so cool, man.
Well, they kind of do, like there are times with where like you're just chilling and you're trying to like take down like your regular your regular monster that you're already looking for, and then out of nowhere a fucking Anjanath comes out of nowhere and you're like, fuck, I gotta run.
When Monster Hunter World came out was the first time I had actually kind of dwelled.
It happened to me like twice in 76.
In 76 is the first time that I've actually like delved into Monster Hunter. Like I've never had the opportunity to jump into it because I've never been a big fan of it. I knew that they had a couple of like mobiles on like the Game Boy 3D and like all this other stuff, which I had the opportunity to try a while back. They had a Monster Hunter game for the Nintendo DS, I think.
Yeah.
And it was cool. Like I had a good time. It was of course the mechanics were a little wonky to me at first.
They're very different from like how it is in World. Very, very different. Like
so when I saw Monster Hunter World for sale, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this out. A lot of my friends play it. They say it's good. Let me check it out.
Did you download it on? What did you get it on?
My PS4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it on my PS4. It was fun. I mean, it was cool. It just got very repetitive.
It can be, yeah, but that's why sometimes you really, really need to play with friends, because sometimes your friends will be able to unlock something for you that you wouldn't have had access to originally, or they can help you like speed up the progress of the game so that it's not so repetitive feeling.
It's not a grind.
Yeah,
because that's what I feel like. I think after I changed the mentality to like, oh, this game's about grinding.
It really is, dude. It's a very, very grind heavy game, and I don't care what anyone says, dude. That game is the fucking grind master shit.
Yeah, it's a grind master.
And I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, fucking right now we're kind of in an age where grinding is like the new thing.
Yeah, it's the new thing. It's all this whole what is it, Minecraft?
Yeah. So like grinding, unfortunately, is kind of where it's at, and we kind of just need to ride it out. I was never a big fan of it. I grew up in games where you
just go.
Yeah, you level progressed and you got your shit as you grew stronger.
Yep.
I do like the fact that your work in the game directly ties into your progress. Mm-hmm. I understand the notion, the model of what grinding does, because it gives you a real world feel. Like, hey, if I want better shit, I need to go find my better shit. And if I want to make my shit better, I need to find the materials to make it better and find enough of them to make it better. So that's why I like Monster Hunter. That and fucking who the fuck doesn't want to cut apart monsters to make armor with or weapons?
Who the fuck doesn't want to barbecue out in a video game?
Yeah, dude.
Nah, dude. What was it? Speaking of games that I'm playing grind wise, I got into this game called Squad. Did you check out Squad?
I have not bought it, dude. Her and I are being very frugal right now. I mean, we got a wedding coming up, dude. So like, we ain't buying shit right now.
And the other thing I wanted to ask you before we start calling it a close, this goes back to our discussion on comics. But did you get to see that thing I told you about Donald Blake?
Yeah, I did actually.
Holy fuck, dude. If you guys don't know, right now in comics, they brought back this very, very interesting storyline.
Target.
Is that a Target?
Yes.
Sweet. They brought back this very interesting storyline, which was a really cool concept that they had of Thor when he was on Earth and he wanted to have a secret identity. He would smash his hammer on the ground and turn into this character named Donald Blake. What's cool about Donald Blake is they represent him also in the films, the cinematic universe, which is the love interest of Jane Foster in the original Thor movie. They actually give Thor, when he gets caught up by S.H.I.E.L.D., they say that his name is Donald Blake, which is a really cool remembrance to the old comic books, because this is like 90s, maybe even 80s when they introduced it. Recently in the comic books, they were just dealing with the what was that the Black Winter, right?
Yes,
the Black Winter storyline, which is where Thor sees Thanos and the zombies and all that shit coming back to kill him in the end, which to me it's so crazy because none of the comic books are even in that region of bringing back Thanos or the Marvel zombies or anything like that. Yeah, with the Infinity Gauntlet and the hammer with all the Infinity.
So you honestly, man, that kind of just tells me that it's going to be here in the next couple years.
Oh yeah, dude, but that's so crazy.
I think what they're probably going to do is they're probably going to finish King in Black.
King in Black,
and then they're going to throw in like the hinting of zombies, and then Thanos is going to come back.
Well, remember that the King in Black is the creator of the Black Sword, the Necro.
Yeah, the Necro Sword.
And Thanos, if I'm not mistaken, has a black gauntlet on. So maybe Thanos in some way finds a way to conquer and control the Black King.
It is a
huge possibility.
Yeah, it is a very, very.
But like, it's super crazy that they ended up bringing Donald Blake back in one of the coolest fucking ways possible. They brought in this story correlates very similar to how they brought in the cosmic storm that gets trapped in the hammer. Like, they're fleshing out all of these really cool little stories of Thor that they never had. And that's one of them is when Thor changes back into a human and Donald Blake comes in, when he transfers back into being the god Thor.
Yeah.
Where does that human person go?
Yeah, and it explains all that.
Oh my God, it explains it so damn good. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Supernatural's Castiel story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if it did a whole like
180, very twisted 180 on it.
If you guys have an opportunity, go check it out. It is I don't know which comic book it is. I want to say it's like one something
comic variant.
Yeah, it just recently came out, maybe like last month. If you can, go check it out. If not, there is a YouTube channel called Comic Variant Comics.
Variant Comics or something like that.
They just did a really great video explaining it and geeking out just as hard as we do, of them bringing this like super hardcore slapping Beta Ray Bill's babies right off his face practically variation. But did you see what's going to happen? They're bringing in Throg. They're bringing back Throg.
Yeah, dude.
The Frog to fight him. Him and Lockjaw are gonna fight Donald Blake. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited because like it kind of reminds me of like this idea that Donald Blake is gonna be like this new like major baddie in the comics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel it so hard. But yeah, guys, again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We had a great time talking today. I know that you know, times are tough right now and it feels a little weird, but things are going to get better. Things are totally going to get better. Also, if you haven't seen, this goes back to us talking games. YouTube League of Legends just dropped their season for 2021. Their intro season. They have a 51-minute episode of all the stuff that League of Legends is going to be dropping. So if you don't know, League of Legends got some really, really cool stuff. Next time I get down to the valley, I got a case of liquor. Oh no, for the boys. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Myers.
So actually, with that being said, Myers, so we actually our wedding is actually going to be at Santa Fe. So because there's a bar there already, yeah, the one on South 10th, the one right next to the mall. So because there's a bar there already, I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work, but we will keep in touch for sure.
Very cool. But he's talking about us sipping on this. Oh man, dude, I'm gonna be cussing so much.
Actually, actually, believe it or not, man, I'm setting up my wet bar. I have like 5 bottles out my first story. For so yeah, dude, it's
going down.
It's turning into a something down there.
It's gonna go down, man. It's gonna go down hard.
Oh yeah, dude. No, man, I cracked open a couple for New Year's. Woo wee, man. Up damn.
Full show, man. Thanks, Myers. Thanks, dude. I'll buy you a bottle for the bar. Hey, very nice, dude. Thank you so much, Oz.
Thanks a lot, brother.
Guys, we appreciate you guys so much. And like we were saying earlier, yeah, it looks like there can be a little bit of tough times that are going on right now. 2020 is supposed to be shaped up to be like this whole like comeback from 2020. And it looks like it looks like it's starting off on a slow start, but don't try your best. Here you go. This is probably the weirdest fucking positive talk that the average boys is going to have. Yeah. Don't hunt for the negative in your life. Try to always stick in the positive. I know it could be hard because things look bleak, but as long as you're keeping in the positive things will pull towards you. It's easy to find the negative stuff. It's super easy to be like, man, that sucks. My life sucks. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. It's so easy to fall into that. Just know that there's probably other people out there that got it worse than us, and they're still finding ways to smile. Dudes, we are lovers of the supernatural, the sci-fi. We're lovers of stories that dwell in hope. And sometimes we need to be that hope for other people. Like sometimes, I mean, maybe just like us, your purpose is to let people know about how this comic book is making you feel better, or this YouTube channel is making you laugh more, and you're having a lot better time sleeping at night. Maybe that's what it is. That's what we're all about here. We're just about trying to give you guys information of stuff that we love, and stuff that makes us stay away from all the craziness, so that way we can help you deal with it also. So we appreciate you guys. This podcast has been such a positive reinforcement in my life. And Robert, yes, that's correct. This is why I want to watch. I watch your show every Friday. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, bud. We appreciate you so much. And like we said, like Robert earlier, like you're gonna be our rock one day, dude. Like we'll be in bad times, and your strength will show for us. I am probably the most worst speech giving guy at weddings. I'm just gonna be like, cheers, don't mess up. Don't mess up. Guys, straight up, we appreciate every one of you. And just like we talked about earlier on our weakness part, we were having so much trouble figuring out what it was we were going to talk about. And it never fails that when we have a show like that, when it comes to the we call it pregame, and when we pregame that way, and that's our mentality, we're always like, nah, we're probably going to do an hour. Probably gonna be right, Trigger. Like it never fails. It's probably we're gonna make an hour 20. We're gonna be all right. And it never fails. We make it to 2 hours.
Yeah.
It never fails. We make it to 2 hours. And it's just like, because of the fact that even though it kind of feels like sometimes like we may talk about the same stuff, I mean, we talk Star Wars like all the time. I'm surprised we didn't say anything about Star Wars.
Yeah, our Star Wars talk was relatively small today.
Yeah, and we didn't cuss as much today either, which is cool too.
I don't know. I did quite a few, but
Did you?
yeah, I know.
mean, I mean, enough for us to not put that we're an explicit podcast.
Right? Yeah.
But
Fuck it.
fuck. We talked, of course, My Hero, because it is one of the best animes, mangas, whatever you want to call it, right now going on in the market. It's super popular. It's awesome. It's great. And there's really not other than that going on. I can't talk Naruto because Naruto ain't got nothing going on except Baruto. But Baruto, I don't know. I'm not really a big hype on it. And we've talked about, other things that are popular right now. And then, of course, Attack on Titans, because it's in the news right now. It's what we get to cover.
Death Metal did just finish.
Yes,
Also.
dude. And Wonder Woman seemed to be the big good.
Yep. She's
you
the
know what?
sequel.
As a matter of fact, that just reminded me. I got to see Wonder Woman. I got to see the movie. I saw it illegally streaming on my phone. But nonetheless, I saw it because I wasn't going to spend money on that shit. It's because I'm not going to spend money on getting HBO Max, dude. Garbage, bro.
I mean, I feel you, dude.
Yeah, but then again, HBO Max does have some good shit too.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I've heard it's great, so it's not.
I heard it.
But
Slaps.
Yeah, rough time, dude. Rough times. I can't get HBO Max yet, but Army matey. Made Wonder Woman, and I'm probably gonna watch it again because it's done to me the same thing Justice League was, which was I have to watch it probably like 3 or 4 times to try to get it.
So it's pretty much just like a background movie sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll tell you what. I will put this on paper. It is 100% not as good as the first one. Like the first Wonder Woman was fucking fire, dude.
Yeah,
like probably the best movie that came out of DC ever in that time.
100%.
100% Wonder Woman is probably the best movie that came out of DC.
Yeah,
but yeah, I wouldn't put it up as like the second best movie. There was a really nice thing at the beginning. It's better than it's better than Mulan. Yeah, that's good, but that's not saying too much either. That's not saying too much either. It seemed that there. I think I told you this earlier. Is that there seemed to be a lot in the movie that was very. Oh well, we'll just do that here because we don't need to explain it. Like we'll just do that because we can. Like it just kind of just happens. Like things just happen. Like it's the lasso thing. Like I told you. Anybody out there, if you read Wonder Woman comics, like if you've been a fan of Wonder Woman of the comics, I'm not saying because of the movies. I'm literally saying because of the comics. I really need to know this. There's a part in this film where Wonder Woman takes the lasso and she spins it and she tosses it to catch 2 dudes. And the lasso literally goes from one lasso rope, separates into 2 pieces and grabs them and then pulls them back into to herself. Can the rope split?
No.
Like
not to my recollection.
Yeah, me and Trigger, and we really know comics. We know comics. We were really thinking about this, and we were like, wait, has this ever happened in Wonder Woman comics? Like, I can't remember in the 90s when shit was like super crazy with the comics, like in the characters, like powers. I couldn't remember any possibility that I've ever seen a situation where Wonder Woman's lasso splits, like frails into many pieces to do many different grabs. Yeah, that was very weird. I mean, that's the thing, Robert. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's in the movie, but was that ever in the comic books as a power she had? Because this goes off of the idea of when she does the invisible plane trick. Like, did they allow her to do that just for fan fiction? Or did she actually really have that power? Because, okay, so this was the last part. And this isn't much of a spoiler because it's been in the commercials and everything. This was a really big discussion in the movies because it doesn't correlate with the films of the Justice League and stuff. But in this film, Wonder Woman is able to fly. Like she learns to fly out of nowhere. And the way that they set it up was clever, but it wasn't enough for continuity to give me the idea of, well, why doesn't she fly in the other movies?
So actually, like a huge plot fail for that, and I'm not going to say plot point, it's a plot fail.
Yeah.
Now is they were like, well, if she could do that, why didn't she do that in Justice League?
Yes, that's the point, right? The point would be like continuity wise, like why is it she could do that here, but like 20 years from now, not? That doesn't make any sense. Like it doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of things that just happen. They just happen in that film, and it's a good movie to just casually watch. If I was this goes off of the idea of maybe I'm just being too cynical because at my age and my defense into actually being like super into the comic books, like I want it to be accurate. But you know what? If I was a kid and I was just casually going to watch this, I would enjoy it. If I was a kid, I'd actually enjoy it. Which it kind of goes with the Star Wars thing. Like if I was a kid and I wasn't really like hyped up on the
Finished downloading like 15 minutes ago, dude.
I got that super crazy download speed. But going back, like I said, like it's something that if you take your children to go watch, they're gonna love it. If you're going to casually go watch it and you're not like a crazy huge fan and you're not looking for super pinnacle points like the way we are or the way I am when it comes to this stuff, you'll enjoy it way more than I did. But it's a casual movie. It's a cool casual movie. I mean, for what it is the world is dealing with right now, it's not too bad.
Yeah,
it's not too bad. And like I got real like reminiscent of when I was watching the beginning and they're at the mall and no one is wearing face masks. And it felt so weird for a minute where I was like, wow, this was before all of this. You know what I mean? Like this was before all that. Cause you had a bunch of people like just walking around, no masks on.
Yeah, man. You remember when like 6 kids used to blow on the single cake, dude? Man, we were wild back then, dude.
Yeah, man. Fucking, we were hardcore, man. No fucks, dude. You had to earn them fucks. But guys, yeah, if you have an opportunity and you get a chance, I think Wonder Woman is okay to watch. I'm not gonna shit on it like everybody else is saying it's complete garbage and blah blah blah. No, I mean, I think Triggs and I talked about this too. Cheetah was gonna be a shit villain, and it kind of shows that Wonder Woman is like miles and beyond her fucking strength level, man. But
I still disagree with that. She has been shown on many occasions to equally overpower Wonder Woman.
It has to be through weird situations.
It really hasn't. Like she's continuity wise overpowered Wonder Woman on several occasions, even in the comic books.
I don't know, man. I'd have to go check it out because like I know that there's times where like she ends up getting a power up and she ends up doing some damage. Or she ends up poisoning or using some type of magical shit against Wonder Woman and do some stuff. So like using a third party item, but like through and through getting these hands in the alley, leaving a basketball game, you know, fucking Panther, Cheetah ain't gonna do shit. Cheetah's gonna get slapped. And it does, you know, and you know what? Like
a lot of the reason why she's overpowered Wonder Woman on several occasions is because, you know, it's the ferocity behind it. You know, Wonder Woman, yeah, she's a very aggressive fighter, but she's also a very calculated one. She's a trained fighter.
Yeah, she's a trained fighter.
Like as a trained fighter, you think when you do things. You know, I've always said this. You know, when I was playing Amtgard, you know, like a sword fight is chess, not checkers.
Of course.
You know, so you know, that's how Wonder Woman fights. She's very calculating when she fights. You know, granted, she's very aggressive when she fights, but her aggression pays because, you know, it's calculated.
And not only that, like most situations between her and Barbara, the cheetah chick, like she's always kind of like tried to talk her down rather than fight it out. So like she's always very like, let's not do this. Let's not do this. And it's always giving Cheetah like the one up because she'll just unload on her like super crazy. But then Wonder Woman, of course, heroes back up and does her work. It would be really cool to go back and check out, you know, I still got to get you to watch the movie.
I mean, I'll watch it tonight, dude.
Yeah, I gotta get that movie to you so that way you can watch it And that way we'll do a review on it next week. I know a couple of people have probably seen it by now. We can't give everybody the link because we're not gonna be hardcore Johnny Depp Pirates of the Caribbean up in here, just giving everybody copies of free movies and shit. But we could do a review of Wonder Woman next week.
Hell yeah, dude, I'm down. Hell
That'd
yeah.
be pretty dope. And what would be cool is like we can go back and see continuity wise, like we found this reference. We found this reference. I would really like to do that. That would make me happy because I love doing references in comic books, man. It makes my mind feel good when it comes to comic books. But yeah, next week we'll do a Wonder Woman discussion. That'll be really, really good. We'll keep it on the underground. We are the underground, bro. The Average Boys are the underground. Guys, we want to say thank you very much for tuning into the show. We really, really appreciate you. You know what? A Monster Hunter review wouldn't be that bad. The movie or the game? Because are we going to get punished, man? Are you going to make us watch the movie? You got to see it already, didn't you, Triggs?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, was it hard to digest?
It's not that it was hard to digest, dude. It was just one of those, like, what am I watching? Like, where does this fit anywhere into continuity?
Chun-Li, the Street Fighter movie.
Yeah.
It's the Americanized DBZ movie, dude.
Yeah. I was like, I knew what I was watching, but it was kind of like one of those, like as if, like, Bat and the Sun made it with their B-list actors.
That's so funny.
It's
Dragon Ball Evolution, dude.
I was like, bro, I've seen better acting from JDF. Jesus.
Yeesh. Hey, man, he doesn't do that bad.
Have you ever seen The One Warrior? It's a horrible movie.
Yeah, that's a bad movie. The one in the forest and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad movie.
Horrible movie.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But yeah, guys, we'll think of it, man. I mean, Wonder Woman is it just came out. There's a lot of people talking about it. Monster Hunter.
Yeah, dude, the Palicos are badass.
We'll make sure that we get. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do because I know Wonder Woman will be one talking point. Then we'll do, if I can, I'll try to see The Last Airbender. What are you guys doing to us, bro?
What did we do to you guys there? You just want us to watch these fucking failed movies, dude.
Horribly bad movies. You're like, oh, watch Doom with the fucking rock.
You know what, dude? I actually kind of like that movie.
No, don't start, Triggs.
I don't know why, but I actually like that movie.
That's like saying you wish that they had put that kid from Tokyo Drift in all the Fast and the Furious movies.
I really wish they would have. Lucas Black.
Hey, everybody, how's it going, man? I'm that white kid from. Oh my god, dude. They ended up putting him in another movie called something with angels, and his name was Jeep, like literally Jeep, like Wrangler Jeep.
He was in Legion.
Yeah, and they named him Jeep.
Yeah.
What in the balls hick town do you got to come from where your dad just names you Jeep? That'd be like if I was Ford Taurus. My dad's just like, I'm gonna name you Honda Accord. What's up, my boy? How you doing, Honda? Honda. Dragon Ball Evolution. Samurai Cop, I would watch. There's also this one called Samurai Cat. No, I gotta remember that.
I think we're done. I think it's time to wrap up the show now.
Yeah, these are all crazy ideas that we gotta. 2021 is gonna be lit as fuck for us, dude. Yo, we should do we got to do one episode that's like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode.
Get the fuck out of here,
dude. We got to watch one shit movie and drink while we're watching it and just talk mad shit about it while we're watching it.
It's true.
That would be so great. Guys.
Well, Audrey already wants us to do it, so I guess I have to do it. God damn it.
Straight up. That would be such a great show. But what movie would we have to watch for it to be like that?
We'll let the viewers decide.
We'll let the viewers decide. It's gonna be like Dragon Ball Evolution or Chun-Li.
Yeah.
The Chun-Li movie would be so crap.
Yeah, you know what? I will leave it to my viewers to decide.
Yeah. So we'll choose one movie that we'll watch the entire movie. And did I miss the Godzilla King Kong? No, but we will definitely have one soon.
Yeah, when that trailer drops, dude,
we're 100% in that when it gets here, man. Not even kidding. But straight up, dude, we need to choose one movie that we can get hammered fuck and watch with our crew here. like live on video, and drink and talk mad shit. I would do that with Starship Troopers, but I'd get way too emotional, dude. Starship Troopers is my hero Watkins. No, sir, just trying to kill some bugs, sir. Yeah.
Ooh, Scott Pilgrim.
No, but that's a good movie. That's a good movie, though.
Yeah, but so is Starship Troopers.
Oh, dude, I love Starship Troopers. That's my drinking movie. When I'm hammered fuck, I'm screaming things of Starship Troopers. I am screaming.
Yes.
Rico, you know what to do. You know what to do. I love that.
Roughnecks.
Yeah, dude. Rico's Roughnecks. No, I love that movie so bad. We should do a Starship Troopers discussion, dude.
Dude, there's actually a lot of lore in that one.
Oh,
and
dude,
you know what? I fuck with it.
The film? Oh my god, dude, it's so good.
Dude, Priest was the shit. Yes, I have. And I want to read it too.
Yo, the guy from Priest is the guy that plays Vision.
Yeah, I know.
That's a suit. I forgot his name.
Paul Bettany.
Yeah, Paul Bettany. Yeah, he's the guy that comes on that show. And that's based on a video game.
Yeah, it's a manhwa or a graphic novel, a Korean graphic novel.
There you go. Yeah, dude. Priest was pretty cool, man. It was up during the Underworld time. Yeah. It was coming up during that time in film when they were doing the Underworld movies. So it had a lot of that weird, like awesome Blade trilogy kind of like vibe to it.
But it's a lot more religious than the movie was. The movie was.
By chance, does anybody remember that movie that Vin Diesel made where he's going around and he's doing like religious stuff? And he's got like a
witch hunter.
Is that what it was?
There's one where he's hunting witches.
I mean, that one is really good. It's really good.
Is it the one with Elijah Wood?
Fuck, I can't remember, dude.
Look it up.
He has a big ass fucking claymore.
The Last Witch Hunter. That's what it was.
Dude, for some reason, like that was a really, really good film.
It wasn't that bad. Sorry, it wasn't bad, but I'd watch it again. I'd have to watch it.
For the movies that were coming out at the time with like Nicolas Cage or like all these other dudes that were making these weird medieval sci-fi movies, like that was a really good film. Like I was impressed by that movie. And it's super slept on because it's not none of this fucking Fast and the Furious garbage crap. Family. And no, dude, it was really, really, really good stuff. But yeah, man, we'll definitely do some stuff like that. We have some stuff in the works that we're trying to push for this coming year, guys. Some fun things. I wanted to reach out to some, of course,
you stop that.
Out of here, dude.
Ain't no goddamn way I'm watching that movie.
Unless you're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is the shit.
If you're talking about that, yes. If you're talking about Jujutsu with Nicolas Cage, no.
Yeah.
No. God, dude. Oh my god, that movie's such garbage.
I'll fucking cliff note a 30-second synopsis of it.
Yo, we should totally do that movie drinking. We'll mute it. We'll lower the volume. We'll drink and put ourselves as the little characters in a movie theater, like the black ones. Like as the overlay, and we'll drink and talk mad shit about it like Mystery Science, dude. That would be the movie of movies to talk shit about.
Oh god.
I'll be like, where's my flying armbar? Where's my kimura? Where's my Mirani roll?
Yeah, dude, where's my omoplata?
Yeah, shrimp.
Get him with omoplata.
Shrimp. Sprawl, Nicolas Cage. Sprawl. Yeah. Dude, that'd be so fucking funny, dude. We can commentate like Joe Rogan, dude. I don't know, man, but he seems like Nicolas Cage seems to be a real good fighter. He's been doing this for years, and he got knocked out. Oh, the Joe Rogan drinking game. Oh my god, that's so great. If you ever
this fight,
if you ever watch UFC, guys, everybody I guarantee is watching UFC. There's a Joe Rogan drinking game that when he's commentating and he talks good about a fighter, it never fails that they get fucked. The opposite of what he says. When that happens, you take a shot. It's like it's like if you were doing the Three Stooges drinking game, which is if they hit each other, you take a shot. You're drunk by the first quarter of the movie or the TV. You're just drunk. You're like the moment it starts, you're drunk. Drunk Mario Kart. Get out, dude.
Dude, drunk Mario Kart is such an overplayed thing. No, can't do it.
I'm telling you, man, drinking show's good. Or you know what? Another one is
like Drunk Smash or some shit.
There was the Charles Xavier drinking game in the X-Men movie. Every time he touches his head, you take a shot. That was from the
Are
original.
we talking about the cartoon or the movies?
No, the movies.
Ooh.
You do the movies. Anytime he like touches his head, you drink. Anytime. There was the Peter Petrelli one, which is from Heroes. As a matter of fact, we're talking about where he like moves his bangs over.
Oh yeah,
moves his bangs. You take a shot. Like there, dude. We should cover so many drinking games. We get so many people alcohol poisoning, dude. So many people alcohol poisoning.
yeah, dude. I would give people. I mean, I'd send people to the hospital that way.
Yeah,
dude.
straight up. But before we get out of tangent, guys, let's go ahead and bring this to an end. Guys, we want to say thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us here on the show. God, I got the hiccups. What the hell's wrong with me? It's because I'm eating my gummies again, dude. Ooh,
Dude, and that's because I got 2 bags in my room that I wanted to try and go get, and I totally fucked up and I didn't.
I'm telling you, man, I'm going to get sponsored one day.
Yeah, dude. Arribo, dude.
By that time, I'll probably have diabetes. Diabetes. Hey, we got Walker, Texas Ranger, Paladecki from Supernatural. He's going to be coming out.
Yeah,
hey,
dude.
Hey.
Get him on the show, dude.
Oh, that would be rad. He's from Austin, dude.
Yeah.
You know, both of them, I think, are in Austin now.
Yeah.
The Texas boys.
Either or Dallas, some shit like that. I think one's in
dude,
Dallas.
as a matter of fact, did you hear? I mean, yeah, there is some weird, like, all that politics shit going on, but Kanye West and Jeffree Star?
We will discuss that at a later time.
Jeffree Star just said it.
I've heard.
Yeah, Jeffree Star was like, what the fuck? He didn't even know what's going on. Jeffree Star is the new Chuck Norris joke. Like, he just woke up one day and he's like, what do you mean I shot 2 birds, the Red Baron down with my finger by yelling bang? Like, dude, can you imagine Chuck Norris waking up to like all of those jokes about him that one time? Like,
well, have you seen him read his own jokes?
Oh, dude, it's the fuck, dude. It's so good. It's so good. It's Chuck Norris once killed 2 birds with 1 stone, or 2 stones with 1 bird, or something like that.
Yeah, once killed 2 stones with 1 bird.
Fucking
yeah, it was a Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice.
Chuck Norris was born in a log cabin he built with his bare hands.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck, dude? I love Chuck Norris jokes, and I like the ones that he talks. I think he says Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down.
Yeah, he pushes the earth down.
But like Jeffree Star right now is in the same situation. He came out on one of his videos and he's like, dude, I don't know where the fuck.
For anyone who knows that reference, dude.
Oh, dude, it's just Roger from American Dad. Get out of here, dude. The alien
with the martini and everything.
Yeah, shit. He literally came out on a video and he's like, what the fuck is everyone talking about, dude? I've only met Kanye West like this thing years ago. I don't even talk to the guy.
I don't know, dude. There's some shit on Twitter because like now like Kanye's super religious or some shit.
Oh yeah,
that's and right. Like he goes to church every Sunday, and so like like one of Jeffrey's most recent tweets is like, I'm ready for Sunday service. And so that's why everyone's like, oh shit.
And then he's going through a divorce too, I heard, right?
Yeah, supposedly because of this.
Yeah, I heard of that. That's fucking crazy, dude. But we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. We'll do a welcome back to my channel or whatever, and we'll talk some fucking crazy shit. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us here at the Average Boys Podcast. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in every Friday, guys. Don't forget, in about 2 days, we're going to go ahead and drop this episode on our Spotify. Don't forget also, we do have a YouTube account, of course, called the Average Boys Podcast. You can also find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, maybe. Spreaker, actually, yeah. SPREAKER.com. If you follow it, in case you want to carry us around with you, or you want us to be playing in the background, guys, thank you so much again. Those that went ahead and tuned in and jumped in the comments, we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. We hope you guys' New Year's is going really good. Don't let all the bad stuff bring you down. Stay positive with us. We're going to do the same thing, and be excited, boys and girls. Next Friday, WandaVision drops. Fuck yeah, Sprig and Knife, dude. Many good things are coming. Guys, we appreciate you. We'll see you guys again next Friday. Laters, guys.
Yeah.